Welcome back to another episode of Council of Reads. I'm Dylan, joined by Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
Yo.
Fomi.
Hey.
And Dave.
Catwoman, Lonely City.
Thank you.
Jumping ahead a bit there. This is why you don't get the job of opening the pod.
You're undermining this entire operation.
Like a Tarantino film where you bring cuts in and...
Are we actually recording?
Of course!
Yes!
He
Check
started!
before you start.
What do you mean?
He does that.
He's checking it out.
You can tell when his voice goes to...
Yeah,
No,
it's
I just wanted to make sure.
showman mode.
Because I don't remember seeing the recording.
fair enough.
That's
Okay.
all.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
We're professionals.
We are so professional.
Well, if we're not professional at the actual job that work at the comic shop, why would we be
Why
here?
start now, I guess.
Absolutely. Now, this next sentence has been spoiled by Dave, but it's in the script, so I'm going to have to read it.
You don't have to.
I'm going to read it. I'm not ad-libbing.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm going to go back for a sec. Dave's right. You didn't do your little spiel thing. You
What
just went
spiel
straight in. You didn't
Oh,
do your little,
yeah.
we, talk about weird
He was
stuff.
about to.
and-
He was about to, and
That's
Dave.
what David
I'm
stepped
one
on.
sentence into my intro.
He did the.
And then Dave was
no.
like...
See, that's
does
what
it.
happens when I try and back Dave up. I
No,
get
no.
screwed.
He does it
Damn
before
it.
he introduces
He
us.
normally
though.
does, eh?
No,
he
it's
doesn't.
after.
Yes.
It's after.
It's
It's
like,
after.
welcome to the
Changing.
comic shop
Dave.
where the world's plummeting and, like, we're all going to drown in about 100 years' time. Here is
That's
the
conservative.
Like, crew, you know?
100 years.
Like 20.
Right, the world will be here for longer than that.
We won't.
This is the best intro so
She
far.
ain't going that way.
Why do you like this show? Why? There's no reason.
It's quacktastic.
The people on the video, you know why they like it.
Yeah.
Look at his hair.
That's why there's so many YouTube
Yeah.
all the video hits.
This intro's
Subscribe.
gone for like 5 minutes.
Hey,
That's
we,
all right.
we got heaps of subscribers this weekend too. This week too.
Yeah?
Oh,
I have an
5
off-topic.
new ones.
Woo!
Hey!
No, I'm being serious. There's no,
Dude, that's
sorry,
all right.
that sounds sarcastic. We're
About
dead
your-
serious. Thank you.
but
Oh, yeah.
we'll
That's
leave it.
amazing.
Okay.
We're like 111. It's really good.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, I know. Like when we started, this was like 70.
Yeah.
So to have that many new people doing that, seriously, there's no sarcasm here. Thank you.
Yes.
It's really
Thank
cool.
you.
We know we muck around and all this stuff, and we have fun here. But yeah, we enjoy doing it. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too. And a few comments here and there on the YouTube clips as well. So it's really cool. Yeah. Jesus, intro is excellent so far.
It's
Keep
so
things
good.
going, eh?
Oh, it's so good.
Dave,
So
you
well
wanna add?
structured.
Snake into my DMs.
God! Oh, God. Okay. I'm just gonna
Wait,
give
let
you
me add something.
Please.
Someone has to.
We've got one featured comic, seeing as it was
What
a
is it,
little light
Dave?
this week. Could you guys perhaps try to guess what the comic was? Thank you, Dave.
Was it Batman?
Okay, and Hasbro had a whole bunch of action figure announcements last couple of days. We're going to talk about. Then we've got another back issue of good old Wizard magazine
Yeah.
to suss out before we take a look at Fomi's film Flashback, Hellraiser.
Yeah, we'll get to
okay.
that.
Alrighty, Dave,
Dave.
please.
Catwoman, Lonely City. Book of the week. It is great.
It's so good, man.
Well worth booking the
Written,
week.
drawn, coloured, and lettered by Cliff Chang. I mean, for one guy to do all this is excellent. Like,
And how good it is, too.
He's really good
Yes.
anyway.
Yeah.
Like he does it most of the time
For
anyway.
the people that maybe listen only, it's one of the oversized black label format, album sort of size.
oversized.
Yeah.
Villain's head for comparison.
Wow.
Well, that's
That's
going to
not
make it look
fair.
undersized.
That's not fair.
I was going to say, yeah, that you need to have a normal object to compare it to, right? This is not a normal object.
anyway.
That's got its
Anyway,
own
back to the
gravitational
book.
pull.
Yeah, so go, Jay. You are great.
Okay, so Catwoman.
Chris.
The basic premise is black label out of continuity, set in an alternate future, 10 years ago, Fool's Day,
Full time.
Fool's Night, whatever. They don't give you much actually about what happened except for that night. Batman, Gordon, Grayson, and the Joker all died that night.
The Joker?
Yes, I think so.
I must have missed it.
Yes. Like, obviously you don't see the things with the
Yeah,
rest of
yeah.
things, but it's mentioned somewhere else in there.
Oh, okay.
Yes? Am I the only one that thinks so? Yes.
I didn't read it.
Yes, I'm sure. And so Catwoman, I think she gets framed for the Batman murder, even though she didn't. So she gets locked up for a decade. She gets released, early release. We find out sort of why. So in the aftermath of Batman's death, and everyone obviously then find out it's Bruce, his money's been bequested to the city or whatever. Is that the right word?
As well, yep.
Yep. So the city is doing a lot better. There's no crime. They've got super bat coppers. The most interesting bit about the city is the mayor of Gotham is Two-Face. Not Harvey Dent. It is Two-Face.
He's scarred.
Former supervillain Two-Face.
He's reformed,
Yes.
apparently.
Yeah, went viral saving a kid on the Fool's Night.
Yeah.
Nothing sus.
So it's Catwoman busting out. First thing she wants to do is go pull a job at the GCPD, and
Dodgy
her knees are all gone. She's all shot.
Sciatica.
Yeah. And that's the basic sort of plot. Or maybe a bit more than basic, but yes.
So, have they said what happens to the other supervillains besides Two-Face?
Well, you see a couple.
Yes.
Yes.
Penguin has gone even
Better.
more legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already like
But in a
modern
different
Penguin.
style.
Yeah.
He's moved the casino out into the bay and it's out of the city jurisdiction. So he's like the world's biggest sort of...
Launderer.
yes.
International waters.
He
Yeah.
goes by the name Emperor Penguin.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
But the best villain in it is Killer Croc
Oh, still's a show.
or Waylon. He's just like an old punchy boxer.
Yeah.
He's at the bar.
He's got a gut.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a New York Nets jersey.
And like everybody else just it's like the goon henchman bar, and they all just put shit on him. No respect for Waylon. He's got a little CTE sort of side, and he's a bit punchy.
He's got one of them hats.
Yeah.
Those old man hats.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
The ones that Chris wears. Yeah.
see it.
He's like, I used to be a king.
Yeah. Yes. It's so good.
It's so good.
One thing I don't understand about it is that she could have been like spruiking herself as like a security advisor, like as in like, okay, I'm going to try to break into this to prove your security is like crap, and then
Oh, like
something like
Ant-Man?
that, you know,
Oh, but
because it'll satisfy her needs to break in and steal crap.
no, but she's also she needs to find out what the
Yes.
MacGuffin is, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yes,
Without
without
she's-
saying the
Perfect.
word.
You could not have put it any better. Yeah. There is a very large MacGuffin, and that is the linchpin for why I want to keep reading this book.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
You
the
see
whole-
Barbara.
Barbara, you just
Yeah,
took
man.
the words out of my mouth. Barbara stuff. with
Okay,
little-
so do we all think she's in the chair because of Fool's Night?
I would imagine.
Ooh.
Because there's no killing joke, and there's
Yeah.
instead she didn't die, she just got paralyzed in
Yeah.
the attacks or the whatever.
I reckon it would still happen.
Beforehand, she was paralyzed before. Is that what you're saying?
Like, yeah, let's say Killing Joke happened before Fool's Night.
Okay.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, it's not very clear.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, I think that's the deal.
It's cool.
And, like their interactions are
So
excellent. Selena and Barbara are
It's
some of the,
so well
some of
done.
the best
It's some
bits.
good- Yeah. Those last few pages with the
Yeah.
Fool's Night flashbacks are very,
Oh man.
very poignant, and yeah, I think that's the biggest. Yeah, it was really good. I actually I read a lot of books yesterday. I had quite a big DC day because I read this, and then I read Wonder Woman Day, which I'll get to later.
Can't
yeah,
wait
it
to talk
was.
about that.
I'll have to ask you guys what one thing means in there, but
Okay.
yeah. I won't spoil it. So.
But yeah, the art
I don't think we know.
again
is the answer.
very criminal-ish,
Yeah.
but just about, again those different tones, excellent. And again, like you said, Dave, for one person to pull that together,
All that.
It's a lot of work.
Unbelievable, right?
very
Yeah.
yeah, really, really cool. And yeah, I love what they did with Penguin too. Yeah.
And like I'm a Marvel dude, but 2 weeks in a row, Book of the Week's the DC Black Label, out of continuity things.
Well,
Even
last
some-
week you were talking about
Imposter?
Batman the Imposter,
Yeah.
wasn't it? I read that this week.
Yeah?
Holy
How good is
hell.
it?
That's
It's
so
amazing.
good. Yeah. Yeah, that was my third.
They're both similar but different, right?
Very
Like,
much so.
But you can see a vibe.
Very
is
much
similar.
so. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that book.
In your box,
right?
then?
Again,
I might get a trade, maybe.
Yeah, so.
Trade, yeah.
yeah, like Imposter. My favorite part is you talk a bit more openly about it because
Yes.
it's not fresh.
Yeah, it's a week
Um,
later.
He misses with the batarang.
Yes.
That's like my favorite part of the book because
He's not Batman.
he's a man.
I'm not Batman.
He's
I'm
a
not.
guy. He's not a superhero. He's a guy.
Yep.
He misses with the batarang. He gets shot. Stuff goes wrong, and
Well, he's freshish as well. Like,
Yes.
he's a few years in,
yeah,
but he's still freshish. Like he's
Is it like a year one vibe?
yeah,
Because
Very,
year
very
one,
much
he
it does.
so.
was not very
Yes.
Batman-ish in year one.
he gets shot. He doesn't shrug it off like Superman.
Bleeding out on her doorstep.
Yes,
Yeah.
bleeding
And
out.
those interactions were really cool. And again, the art style was very different, but worked. the whole motorcycle thing is amazing.
It's great, isn't
like,
it?
All
there's
those little things.
$1.6 million worth of motorcycles
Yeah.
we're holding right now. No one's claimed one of them.
Yeah.
Interesting, that.
And it's all the same. All got a full tag.
No one knows where they came from. Everything's filed off. It's, yeah.
For like a city full of crime, you find it hard. Like
There-
there must have been double the bikes. You know, like
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for
think of,
sure.
like, class
But
criminals gonna go.
it also does make you wonder in that city and everything like that, what happens at the end of that first issue. How that didn't happen earlier in the Batman. Like,
Right?
oh,
Yeah.
come on. Like,
Nah, it's a great book.
they're really, really good.
Great book.
Okay. What's next?
All right, Master Universe Revelations number 4. This is the final issue of the miniseries. I won't get into too much details because it's pretty spoiler heavy to talk about. But these have been... It's one story, one sort of continuous timeline, but at the same time, each issue's been a flashback spotlight on one of the characters. So the first one was He-Man, and Skeletor, Evelyn, whatever. So this is the Teela issue. So it's all... The whole series is a prelude to Season 1 of Revelations. And there is some big stuff in this. I liked Revelations. I didn't really have many problems at all. One of my biggest problems was that Taylor did come across a bit entitled about her
position.
yes of why about the secrets and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, like
Everything.
Yeah. And
Isn't
how
that,
dare you keep stuff from me? Oh, what
isn't
right
that
do
the
you have
same
secrets?
as in the animated series? Though?
Yeah, that's what I
No.
mean. That's what I'm talking about. That animated
okay,
series.
yeah.
But this book gives me a lot of explanations of why she has such
because
attitude.
what happened to her?
Yes, stuff happens in here, and I'm like, I totally understand why she's so defensive and on the attack about stuff. It may have been the best issue yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely best issue yet.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
And as we were speaking about before, good chance things in this issue will definitely be referenced
Well,
to
that's-
and
has
spoken
to be,
about in
right?
the next
It-
5
it's probably going to be the season finale.
Yeah.
And the cover itself as
Of
well.
the
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
the very
yeah, that,
which
yeah,
is the
so-
proper cover. It's not even like the
Variant.
Oh, that variant by
But
Art
that,
Adams
that
is
Art
amazing.
Adams
Beautiful.
variant is sensational.
and the season 2. Did we mention it comes out November
it's,
something?
It's not season
Yes,
2 though.
weeks.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Season 1.5.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. It's the second half.
Season 1,
Second
part
half.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah.
5 episodes
But,
5 to 10.
yeah.
Yeah, 24th of November.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Can't
very
wait for
interesting.
Yes. But yeah, no, that was great. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the last issue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
trade should come out soon. So
Yeah.
if anyone out
I think
there
it's straight away pretty much Dark Horse rushing it out.
should have that in the next month or
Month
so.
or so,
So
yeah.
yeah, if you want to get that, you get it just in time for when the story continues.
Because if you were smart, you'd be getting it out that week, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that'd be round about that time, I reckon.
Yeah.
But no, that was good. Best issue yet. And I've enjoyed the series. It's been a bit on air. That's been maybe one disappointment. But some of it fit. It's the same artist, but it does look a bit different
Yeah,
at times.
it does.
Issue to issue. Like Skeletor and Lid and stuff look definitely a little darker than this. But very good, very
Some
good.
great variant covers throughout this.
Oh, I mean, amazing.
That's
I've been buying the variants instead of the regulars, which I never do.
yeah, that
Same-
big Nola
same,
first issue.
very
yeah,
much so,
stand out
yeah.
for me.
I bought all the variant covers
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I hope this is just me
Yes.
because it's very Hordak heavy in story wise
Yes.
as well. That we get some Hordak references in the in that second
I would
part.
assume at least a big tease of him at the end of season 1. At least a big tease.
Yeah.
Especially with Skeletor's newfound
Yes.
power.
Yeah.
Right? That's gonna
Yeah. 'Cause
that's
that-
gonna get someone's attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think so.
well, that was his motivation too to take down Hordak.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Yeah.
that was a really good issue.
I also read this week's Thor 18.
With everybody's favourite artist from Spider's Shadow on it.
He only draws half the book though.
Oh,
It's good.
so Joe Mad, go.
Throg. I love Throg. So this is great. The run, I'm on the fence about. There's some stuff I like, some stuff I don't like. I'm sure I've bitched about it before.
Yeah.
But so the hammer's missing.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
So like the start of the book, spoilers. He wants Loki to go find it, and Loki's like, "I'm not a spy anymore. You need a spy. Go get yourself a frog." So he puts together. Does anybody care?
No.
I'll show you, so I won't show them. So he puts together his own team to go.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm intrigued
flipping
now.
Right? I thought you would
Okay,
be.
Yeah.
Oh, yep,
I thought you would be.
Yep.
And I don't think they had much interaction
No,
before.
not at all.
'Cause he-
Especially him with none of them.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Pass.
Yes. But yeah, the first half of the book, I'm just like, I just don't like his art. And then it switches halfway through, and like the book looks bloody amazing. And the guy's not that great either, but it's dark compared.
It doesn't look too bad.
No, it's
yeah.
good. Like it fits, and I think it fits the Klein style that's been going on. It just fits better than the fairy stuff. But yes, I'm a sucker for Throg, so I'm interested to see where that little subplot and side story is going to
Well, I
go.
was worried because that character, which we'll speak about in a minute, isn't going to be around much longer. What was going to happen to that other character? So, very happy he'll be continuing.
I got Trial of Magneto this week as well, issue 3. It's been good. Potentially some big stuff in this one.
20Ks, man.
I can't really talk about it because it's a spoiler, but I also think it might be a bit of a red herring.
It's a
potentially
bit dumb that they bring up that at the same time as Inferno. Like, shouldn't that be
I
done
would
before
love to know.
If time has-
Where
what the
this
plan
comes from.
was,
Is this
yeah.
before? Like, obviously, this has got to be before.
Yeah.
Or is it just Hickman just like, I don't care what you're doing. I'm out. I'm going to finish my stuff. You just do what you do.
Is it time? Like, do you have to know continuity, X-Men continuity to read this?
Not really. You know.
Not like
Core
like
stuff?
You know the basics.
because if you just read Powers and House.
I think so. Maybe.
The first issue is pretty descriptive of like
Yes.
who's who and what they're doing and like the characters you don't know.
Yes.
Know, so.
If you've only read House and Powers, I can't remember how much. No, you'd probably need
Saves a lot of
but
money.
explains the whole system. And they got the council. You know who the council is, and
But that was all in.
the crucible
pretty
stuff,
much
and the not the crucible, but the rebirth stuff.
Yeah, that was all explained in House of
Yeah.
Powers.
So
so-
you don't need anything then. That's fine. So it's really good. Again, last page, I was like, oh, okay, a little bit of spoilers. So first issue starts this new series. Wanda's dead.
Yep.
Yeah, and they all think Magneto's killed her. Straight away, I was like, Magneto's not killed her. So in this issue, and this issue 2, the cliffhanger was great on the cliffhangers. The cliffhanger issue 2, well, she's back, and you're like, okay, and it's one of the clone bodies, right? But they didn't have a modern backup. It's like a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants backup.
Right,
It's classic
that's so-
her.
Oh, okay, because the backup
Yeah,
system
she-
that they've
like-
got, they never had got one of
Because
those
she
later
like,
on.
wasn't classified as a
Is one of them
mutant.
and
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
right? So like she meets like
surprised
she
they
has
actually had
no idea who the kids are
Yeah.
and all that sort of
That's
stuff.
pretty cool.
And then the end, the big like cliffhanger for this issue, you're like, what is going on in this book?
Okay, I'll look away a bit.
But at the same time, it could be. There's two options. It is what it is, and you're like, okay, where's that going to go? Or it's the other alternative of, yes. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting.
Some blue,
Hmm.
yeah. So it could be all.
I'll look.
But,
Go for it, buddy.
But it's been good, really
Yeah,
good. Leah
interesting.
Williams doing a great job. Big fan. Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
What do we got, Fonz?
Yeah, book of the week.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, book of the week. Oh,
It was really great.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
yeah, because the others were trades or hardcovers. So yeah, book
They
of the
don't
week.
count.
Yeah. Single issue of the week. Yeah, for sure. Cool new characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like where the story's going.
Fair.
Yeah.
Love the old Strange.
Ah, it's so good.
He's so good. Just the way he's drawn.
Oh, and when he's like doing like Master of the Black Magic or whatever,
No,
like,
he's
oh,
like,
you Mordo's like,
call
oh,
yourself
God,
You said that.
Yeah. And then when it's like, save that other woman, you mean your wife.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book starts off like Earth's already been invaded by different places because Strange is gone. Find out that they're not really invading; they're running away from something.
Yeah.
And like introduce like the three mothers.
Yes.
They were great.
Yeah, there's some cool looking
That
designs.
fight with Thor and
Yes.
that one of the mothers was
Yes.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, even before that,
Like when she's like a hammer, like we'll use a real weapon, not like a carpenter's tool.
Yes,
Like,
yes. But even before
She
that, I love the
rules.
bit where like,
Talking about the crown.
Strange like to girl, you're talking card or whatever. It was
Yeah.
actually for you. And it's
Yeah.
Cap, and Cap's like, oh, we're getting invaded, whatever. I was like, oh, let me explain, Captain. I'm not your Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
actually blah. And Steve's
Cap's
just like,
like,
all right,
all right.
You gotta go with it this
Yeah,
day and age.
yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be shocked at that anything.
You've seen enough.
And yeah, I like to reveal like he took a week out of his life to
Yes.
make this backup. So
Yes.
he's only got a week to solve
Yes,
what
yes.
happened. So that's
So
pretty
that
cool.
makes me way more intrigued of
Yes.
what happens next at
Yes.
the end,
Such
right?
Such a cool
It
concept.
Yeah.
had to be time limited. You can't like just have it full really replace. You know. What I mean?
Yeah, but
Like that would never last forever, but
No.
I can see that you're doing that for a 2-3 year story. Like it's the
Yeah, but
older
back
version.
up, yeah.
Defeats the whole purpose of the death that Doctor Strange.
Oh, bro, like I said, the title's
Dude,
not,
yeah.
like there's a good
They've
chance
just brought
he's
the
back at
movie
the end.
forward.
Yes.
He's going to be back in 6 months.
I know, but like this is like
which I'm not
6
upset
pages,
about.
you know. It's-
I know, but like yeah,
I would have taken that as a 2-year story, though.
Yeah, you know?
Old school Doctor Strange
Yeah.
in the new world right
because
now.
then
Like,
you've got to sort of meet lots of new people.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't
You
know.
could have went the new Doctor Strange and just, you know.
Because I'd rather
Trick
that than
everyone.
if they try to tell me he's dead
Yeah.
and he's dead for 2 years and then someone else takes over as Sorcerer Supreme.
Every story that's called Death of,
It's always bullshit.
They all come back
they all
eventually.
come back except for Captain Marvel, right?
Yes, that's because he died proper.
Yeah.
Didn't die a superhero death.
Mm.
He died a human death.
And that's really what's
That might be
coming
wrong, and that comes into.
out right now is the Sorcerer Supreme thing, because
Yeah.
we're kind of stuck without one, and that's
Yeah.
with the whole concept of where this is going now, which is
Yes,
really good.
yes.
So yeah, really keen to see where the rest of that goes. Cool variant this week too for all you Venom. It's not a Venom Virus variant, but it was a cool Doctor
No, I
Strange.
think they are. It was
It's not
doing.
a Stormbreaker, but
Yeah, no, but we were doing orders the other day, and one of them is, and this time it does say. I think it's a Wolverine one. Or,
of course they friggin' are.
yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare thy wallet.
No, that's all right.
But yeah, really good. The covers though, like this.
Yeah,
regular
I wanted
cover
to get
is
that cover, but I'm like, no,
excellent.
not the other one.
Excellent. Reminds me of the old Incredible Hulk cover.
Right.
Yes.
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 Yes. Very good. Fantastic Four. Very heavy Marvel week this week, but
Yeah.
it's
I
what
just
it
read
is.
this one.
Yeah,
You read this
I read
as well?
this one.
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying where it's going.
The slotty run started slow, had some bumpy roads, but
It's finally getting
Yeah.
intertwined a little bit.
yeah,
Where,
it's getting slotty.
yeah.
The Johnny thing's really interesting at the moment. He's on fire. I'm sure we talked about that a couple of episodes ago. But this is Halloween, and Ben takes the kids, or the kids Halloween scam is the best.
So they, because we got a Kree scroll. So there was at the start of the run, they were on a battle planet, and there was a Kree scroll kids, and they were reenacting the fight every night. And for what was she called? The
Profiteer?
Profiteer, which is one of, according to Marvel, one of the Fantastic Four's most lethal foes.
She runs a casino.
Yeah.
It's not that lethal. Well,
So they adopted. So yeah, Grimm adopted the kids, and him and Alicia have had the kids for a while, and they had this scam all set out where they were shape-shifting and changing clothes, and then just doing all the neighbours out of all this candy that's sitting in their bedroom. It was really well done.
Oh, that's amazing.
and it's like, why are these human kids not done this sort of thing, right? So good.
But then the other side stories are really intriguing. Are the radioactive clay that Alicia's playing with, that we don't really know if her old man is actually gone or it's
What's going on there?
what's going on there, and some other stuff. Yeah,
The Profiteer and that stuff, and the boy, Ben's boy. Whew!
he
Whew!
he can do some damage,
Yes.
some real damage. Some real damage. And then also, what was the other bit? The yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. No, hang on, there was something else.
Oh, the Reed stuff.
Yeah, Reed stuff
Yeah.
with his dad.
And like also like, man,
Dang.
No, well, yeah.
bloody, you know, Reed's making no attempt to save Johnny, I think, or fix Johnny.
Well, it doesn't feel like it.
Huh?
Like he's got that suit that kind of contains him
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's
but-
good enough.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
Like-
I got my own problems.
Yeah, like
Selfish.
he's never really made an attempt to fix Ben Grimm.
That's not true. He's made lots of attempts. It's one of those things. The way I see the Ben Grimm thing is it's, like we talked about the old Booster Gold back early issue.
Yeah,
Some things just the way they are. The universe.
fair enough. Yeah.
You can be the smartest man in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but
Something
Ben
just
Grimm
has
is
to.
always supposed to
something
end up
has-
like
yep,
that. It's
yep.
a definite.
Like that What If episode.
Yes, like that What If episode. It's still rubbish.
Does-
Franz.
This was from
Symbiote
last
Spidey?
week, but yeah, it's the Symbiote Spidey Crossroads. It's
far
just
behind
been
that.
crazy with Peter David and Greg Land. But this issue, so this whole part of the book has been around the Nornstones, and with the Eternals movie coming up, there's if you get a little bit of a download on what the actual goes with the Eternals, and some talk about Celestials and Nornstones and everything like that. You get a couple of the Eternals in there. Really interesting issue. Really like where it's been going. And they got the main chick from the Norn. What's her name? I can't think of her name. But yeah. And now it looks like they've got her in her realm at the end. So that last issue is going to be pretty crazy.
So that was last week.
It was last week. Yeah, that was last week. So yeah, everything Peter David's been doing recently has been really good. Really keen for his third part of his Maestro miniseries run to come out because those last two were really, really good. So
Indeed.
yeah, good little Eternals kick in because I don't know too much about them.
Anybody else read anything, Dylan?
No, nothing new.
Dave?
Nope.
Didn't?
I read a trade that I got off Kickstarter.
Boo.
It's really good.
Nah, Kickstarter comics are the enemy.
Let me butt in.
Yes.
I read the second trade of Immortal Hulk.
Oh.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
Well, did you want to elaborate before Nitin starts, or
Oh, it's still great. Still confusing as hell.
still confusing?
Sounds about
You're
right.
only in 12 issues in it. You haven't
It's
done
that's
yet,
as simple
man.
as it gets.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, cool.
I just remembered. Sorry.
Yes,
I only
yes.
ordered this because of one page.
Yes, oh well. Oh, let me
One
guess.
page.
Did Jim somebody do the one page?
Yeah, it's a pin-up that he did, but it's pretty cool. It's about the grandson of Satan and his robot friend trying to find, getting 666 heads of superheroes across alternate universes
Okay.
That's a pretty cool concept.
Wow.
What's
to
his, right?
fire a machine to go and find enlightenment. Which is cool. Like the first half, a third of the book is just pin-ups,
Okay.
which is,
Yeah, I can see from here. It's just
Damn.
there's no
Yeah.
words. This is an excellent book.
there's a lot of
This
words.
is an excellent book.
Maybe the side you're not showing me, like
So yeah, about that much is all pin-ups. The first half is the book, them getting the heads, and the other half is like
How much is pin-ups?
this much.
That's a lot of pin-ups.
Yeah. There's a lot of pin-ups. They're all great pin-ups. There's copious amounts of sex, drugs, and rock and roll and violence in here.
what's
So
the
it's
name
great.
of his robot friend?
Manfred.
Manfred.
Man.
Oh man, for man, but he's a robot, so it's not man.
There's a lot of musical references and stuff in here as well,
I'm so glad.
which is
I
pretty
read
cool.
You mentioned a title yet?
No, Tales to Enlighten
Oh,
by Matt King
this.
and
We can't
James
get it
Edward
anyway.
Clark.
Yeah, probably
I
can't
don't
get
know
it
how they're
now.
going to get it right. This.
I mean, I'm sure you can order it off their website, but they funded it off
They might have
Kickstarter to begin
solicited
with.
it proper now.
But so yeah, you've got analog variants of superheroes all across the universe, and you've got the Coke Knight.
Cool.
I'm gonna.
There's lots of swearing,
Okay.
Okay.
but he's also hanging around with his antenna. If you see the last panel on that page.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Indeed.
Oh.
So it's a backwards talking. Well, it's not. It's his antenna. It's backwards talking magician, top hat, fishnets. One more thing. Not much else.
Someone's
Last
gonna be
panel.
kept.
An appendage, you could say.
And there's like a Fantastic Four, and there's other stuff in there which are pretty cool. Like-
Chasey's excited.
so yeah, like it was pretty good. The philosophical part, like in the second half of the story, was a bit. I don't really care about all of that.
You're
Second half of the
rubbish.
story,
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of words.
Philosophy.
Yeah,
That's the second half of the book.
no, the second half of the story, the second half of the book is all just and like
They are
they
good.
did.
They are good though.
Where is it? I can't find it. But I don't know. It was pretty good. If
You
you,
handing me this? Okay.
yeah, you're gonna borrow it, aren't you? Yeah.
What's
So-
the little thing?
oh, it's like a little mini e-zine that came with it.
Right.
Cool.
Part of the thing.
Fair enough.
It was pretty good. I bought it for one page.
Worth
Of
it?
course you did.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Wow.
What did you read?
I read, finally, because I went through all my stuff and found Murder Falcon. So I've been reading heaps of Daniel Warren Johnson recently, and am the better for it. He is awesome.
He's incredible.
This story is just, I don't know, everything I like in comic books. I guess you could say everything I like in art. Story. How do we?
It tugs on some heartstrings, this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a lot deeper than the title.
I don't.
And
I
basic
don't.
premise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't
Gives
know where
ya.
to start exactly. I will be honest. I did shed a tear in two to three different parts of this book, which I didn't expect to. Jake is a guitarist. He's been through a lot of different life issues, personal issues, personal battles. You can see that I think Daniel's goes through a lot of personal battles and personal issues. I think a lot of people, a lot of guys, girls, everyone goes through. I know we all had friends that I kind of wish had been able to read this book because it might have got them through harder times. But yeah, man, it's everything. It's heavy metal. There's a really, really good Spotify playlist that I recommend listening to. Just chuck it on random. I put it on yesterday and read the whole thing, and it happened to finish perfectly with the second last song, and it's just absolute thrash metal, and the way that finishes is, pretty brutal. So Murder Falcon is essentially a construct of... Oh, shit.
Yeah, right?
So he's a construct. Jake's a lead guitarist in a band. The band's broken up. There have been these monster sightings that have come out of nowhere. Murder Falcon is a giant falcon that has a robotic arm.
Thank God.
Strapped dressed essentially like Schwarzenegger in Commando. Headband.
He's anthropomorphic, by the way, so he's like a massive, muscly...
Yeah, so Jay, if you want to hold maybe the
Yes.
cover up to the screen for the people that are watching.
I was really hoping it was some sort of murdering falcon.
Well, he does.
He does murder.
He murders the
That's
hell
all I
out
need,
of,
that's all I
out of
need.
these monsters.
Yeah.
But to do this, he's kind of a soul attached essentially to Jake. So when Jake thrashes and plays metal music on his guitar that is attached to this Murder Falcon punches the shit out of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can only fight monsters if the guitar is being shredded.
Yes,
Alright.
and good shredded.
Yeah.
That's what attracted me to this when it came out as singles. I'm like, oh man, this looks hilarious and awesome. And then by the end, I'm like,
Stop it.
It's not what I was expecting.
I didn't sign up for this.
And like right at the end, when I really and someone popped up that I just really lost my shit at,
Yeah,
to be honest. Because that person can sway people in metal different ways. I know there's some people that aren't a fan, but other people that are just love that person. So yeah, it's 8 books. That's the trade. I read it in one hit. I will read it again. So essentially the monsters are getting bigger. There is what's his name? Magnus. Magnus.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
Oh, no.
Anyway, the main guy that's trying to bring all grimness to humanity. They bring the brand back together, so there's other creatures that are connected to other
They go on a quest.
to get their mythical
Instruments.
But beside all this craziness and over-the-top metal and punching and everything, there is so much heart and a down-to-earth story of just normal relationships and friendships and holding things in and not talking about things and just so much true-to-life stuff that, I really... More books like this. I know there's the over-the-topness, but it's just kind of like, in all honesty, I'm going to make a really weird comparison. It's like South Park. It's got all that crazy over-the-topness, but at its heart, there are some really good stories there to be told. And yeah, Murder Falcon is absolutely
It's
amazing.
a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. It really is. To make me laugh and cry on just a Saturday afternoon reading comic books, I did not expect my heartstrings to be pulled that much. So he's got another... Well, I'll keep going. So...
Double it up.
Double it up with Daniel Warren Johnson. Oh, here we go again. So, Wonder Woman Dead Earth. It's another one of the Black Label oversized titles. No, Jay's read this. Dylan's read this.
Yes.
I don't know if you boys have read this. It's him penciling, writing. Mike Spicer again. He does a lot with Spicer. This is 4 parts of absolute craziness. I'm not the biggest DC fan. You wouldn't know that this week because I read the 3 DC books. But I can't lose with this guy at the moment. Like you read, and we'll get to what you read about with. Like you did actually read something this week. You extremely.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2. So everything he does just has that heart and that soul in it. And I just wanted to see what he was going to bring to this story, because I know bits and pieces about Wonder Woman. I've seen stuff from the movies and old school TV show and everything like that, but I never read anything. And I actually always found the weirdness around her being made from clay and all that kind of stuff intriguing, but never delved into. And I like the way they did this, especially around the there's a story her mum tells around a large party that she threw, and I don't know if that's in normal continuity for other ways that Wonder Woman was created, around cutting the hands of all the different gods.
Oh no!
No, I think it's his own.
And I'm like, wow, that is an amazing way to create Diana. Again, it's the beautifulness and the brutality of this book. It's really interesting as well, especially with what's going on at the moment in the world, with her struggles with humanity and the way she's torn and everything that happened throughout the time. So essentially the dead Earth was something, a massive catastrophe happened. She wakes up. Was it 10? Or is it centuries or 10 years? No,
I think it's like 1,000.
no,
years
sorry,
or something.
years later. Sorry, centuries later. And to this dead Earth, and slowly finds out what happened and how it would come through. Memories start coming back and finding out more things as she explores the world that was created from this time. And yeah, the struggle she has with humanity and all the different things that happened in her past, and especially her overpoweredness, really come through really interesting. Like, I'm be keen to read some more. Again, it's not direct continuity, but there is some other really good Wonder Woman books you can recommend. I'm keen to read some more stuff.
Like, what I find interesting about how much you're digging this is, I remember when this was coming out as singles, you hadn't read any of his other stuff before Better Ray Bill and before
This was the one that got me.
And it was just on the visual, right?
Yeah, 100%.
The brutal stuff.
Yeah.
But even, like we just talked about Murder Falcon, it's more there than you expect.
Oh, 100%.
But like this is the same, right?
Dude.
That's just what he does.
It really does.
He hooks you with that, and then...
Yeah.
Oh, look, this deep story on it.
And that was the same with Better Ray Bill.
Yeah.
100%.
He's just a very good writer and a very fantastic artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art draws you in, but the writing just drags at your heartstrings. And this wasn't anywhere near as emotional as reading that.
Which
But
also makes sense being not his.
it's not his. Exactly, and you nailed it exactly right. It's not his, but what he did with it, it was his own spin, and brought exactly what I wanted. And but okay, and then there's that was the heart side, but the brutalness of this book, and what she did, spoilers, and how she did it, and how then she redeems herself, and then at the same time the creatures that are attacking, and
man.
the reveal of all that. Order this book.
He needs a golden lasso.
One of my favourite parts about that book is, if you know Greek mythology, you know that Greek gods are douchebags, right?
Oh, 100%.
And this deals with that kind of hubris of being a Greek god,
Yeah,
right? And
definitely.
it's like, it's in her nature because she's a demigod. It's in your nature to be terrible,
Yes.
essentially, and it deals with that. And we're going to talk about some of that really cool stuff.
Yes.
been out
The
for
book's
ages,
like a
talk
year
about it.
old.
It's ages. Yeah, okay.
please.
The makeshift
I didn't know how
mace.
much to say.
Okay. Well, the main thing I wanted to mention is she needs a weapon to use against these irradiated magical monsters. She rips out Superman's spine. Superman's been dead. He's been a corpse for hundreds of years. She rips out Superman's spine, laces it through the lasso of truth, and the skull is still attached to it. So she uses Superman's skull and spine
mace.
as like a flail,
Yeah.
a mace.
Mace, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about Barbara?
Oh yeah.
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Gotcha.
So to the brutalness of when they first grab her and they toss her in the pits, it's like a big gladiator war, and they just get this totally mutated cheetah that has got a cheetah for a hand, and like venom, like Larson venom halfway up a face into a skull,
Yeah.
and just that whole part as well, with her coming back and the reason she came back and what had been done to her, just crazy,
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. And the robot that had part of when she apologizes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoilers. I can't talk up the art enough, but this the way he writes, yeah, it's beautiful. These 2-page spreads are amazing.
I would say on the art, it's not everybody's cup of tea. And if your first instinct about his art is like, ugly, give it a shot. Like, because it's man, he's doing some of the best work art-wise than anybody else. It's just pure energy and rawness.
That is, it's energy. It's frenetic.
Yeah.
It's dynamic.
Yeah.
It's action. It's action.
Yep.
It moves.
Yep.
It sounds funny. It moves.
It's very Kirby-ish, right? Like, just dirtier and messier, and but it's all fits. Because I know some people don't like it, and I can understand what you don't like. But
You're wrong.
give it a shot if it's a character or something that takes your interest.
It's that heavy metal energy and grit.
Yeah.
And that just oozes out everything.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite things in that book, man.
What I'm showing is just masses and masses of bones outside the Fortress of Solitude.
All holding signs saying, "Where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Save
Save
us."
us. Jokes are funny. Dave,
You know,
go for Dave.
That is a
Save
great
us.
book.
Yeah. So yeah, one more to get, and I think
yes,
so
yes, yeah. Just,
I think
yes.
what was
flip
it?
that
Space Mullet.
Space Mullet.
Space Mullet. See what that's like. We'll come back and let you know about that.
Yeah.
But that's everything I read.
Did you see his Instagram wrestling picture today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Owen?
Yeah, Owen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice actually. That's I think actually probably the best one so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
And I guess related to what
Yes.
Fomi's been talking about, I read Volume 2 of Extremity that he lent to me.
Look at all this Darren.
Daniel
Warren Johnson love today.
because he's the best.
Well,
It's probably one of my favorites at the moment.
Dean's,
He's
man.
fantastic.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like, I know he's done Better Ray Bill, but a lot of it's not mainstream stuff that we're talking about at the moment, which is interesting. It's really good that there's some good competition and some good just other,
Yes.
besides superheroes punching each other all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Even if they're really brutally punching each other.
Yes, it's showing in Volume 2?
Yes. I love it, man. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Again, with the story revolves around just revenge and how revenge it creates like a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Encapsulate.
Yeah, you want revenge on that guy, but they want revenge on you, and it goes through the generations, and it's about how to end that and, let go. And
So we got to... there's going to be a little bit of spoilers because I want to get some reactions of some things.
Yeah.
So we meet a new tribe of people that are a mix between... So you've got certain tribes. You can see they've got different shapes
on
around
their
their
faces,
eyes and faces. What did you think of their way of dealing with people that had...
that was insane. It was like self-flagellation almost.
Yeah.
So, how did it go again? I'm trying to...
So essentially, what happened was there was a bunch of people that came through and murdered a bunch of these peaceful, and instead of dealing with them like most people deal with executing these people, the leader of their tribe essentially took the hate and took one for the team essentially, and the dead people's names were carved into the leader's body,
into their skin, on
into
the
their
back,
skin.
on the
So
front.
this little old lady, like,
covered.
she's just covered in names. It's like, wow, I don't agree with the other, but I don't know if I agree with that either. Like, Jesus.
And all the while, the accused, the quote-unquote guilty, are there and basically forced to watch it.
Watching it all. Now, and it depends. If you haven't got a conscience, then TS, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you'd definitely be feeling it and you wouldn't know exactly what to do with yourself in that situation. But then again, you got that, solemnness, and then it explodes into the battle that Dylan may expand on.
Okay, so we're talking about the robot.
May as well. You've got to talk it up for people because it's just ridiculous.
Well, robots, so Dylan was always going to be something.
Yes, I was like, oh, that guy's a robot. He's got an off switch on his face. That's awesome.
Yeah, the big red battery in his face. That was
Yes.
a really cool design.
How do I even go about explaining what happens to him? He mutates into this giant, crazy kaiju beast thing. And it is ridiculous.
And then a decision has to be made by his best friend, essentially. It's
Cool.
like he really pulls at the heartstrings. being that it's again his own creation, you can see how much he really put into it. What I love about the book is what you find out throughout the story when they meet the other tribe with the young daughter that's essentially based around the sister and brother, where she was the artist and everything like that, and the purity in everyone's heart and everything like that, through all this brutality again. It's damn, he's good. He really is. I know this is becoming a Daniel Warren Johnson podcast, but it's for good reason.
Rightfully so.
He's fantastic.
He's a fantastic writer and artist.
Yes. We cannot praise him enough.
Okay, I can't see what's next.
Yeah, big time.
Has there been any announcement what he's doing next, though?
No, nothing I've seen.
Last thing was that Deadpool story, I believe.
The only announcement we heard this week, comic-wise, was Hickman and Baccello, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
we didn't actually get a title.
Mystery book,
Oh,
yeah,
nothing.
mystery book.
Yeah.
But still, that's a great combo.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Nick Fury.
Proper Nick. Yeah.
It's the only one that
Just
I
checking.
talk
Just
about.
checking.
Not Mark Fury. Is it Marcus?
Marcus, yes.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Mark Fury.
Yes. Yeah, because they teamed up on that Spidey thing. Was Nick Fury and
Oh, yeah.
anyway. That's just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
Is that about it for reading?
That's about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's a lot of books.
That was a lot of books.
for a short week.
Okay. Let's get into the mountain load of info that came through with Hasbro PulseCon.
Lots of cool toys.
Where are we going to start with that?
Well, let's go big.
The elephant in the room?
Yeah, let's go big.
Has everyone seen the Black Series Rancor figure that's coming?
Yes.
Oh,
Bring it
wait.
up.
You spoke about
Bring it
it,
up.
and I went,
Yes.
holy hell.
Which it's on the Hasbro Pulse, basically the Kickstarter page.
Yeah, HasLab.
Yes, the
Yes.
HasLab
HasLab,
stuff,
that's what it's called.
So how they did the Sentinel and the Galactus and the Unicron.
So
right,
it's
right.
it's
Sail Barge.
yes.
is what
So
started
it's
it.
$340 or something American.
$350 US.
$350 is that's the buy-in price if you want one.
Oh, so, and there's usually add-ons and extras like
If-
there was.
yeah.
Yeah. If the heat's a tier and
Yeah,
whatnot.
the tiers.
But they won't make it unless they sell.
Yeah.
Of course, like a
Yeah.
Kickstarter sort of thing, I guess.
They've
so
already
like
made it.
it's in black
Oh, wow.
6-inch black figure scale.
Yeah.
It's in his crouching position, 44 centimeters tall.
Moly.
If you open his arms all the way out, from claw to claw wingspan is 106 centimeters.
That's
There's some big
so
arms.
long.
Yeah,
Like it's a meter and a bit.
yeah. And if you, I think if you
For-
stand him up completely straight, he'd sit like 55 centimeters or something, 50 odd centimeters.
That
It
is
is
moly.
massive, bro.
Check it out next to the barge and the,
Ooh,
the Razor.
wow.
It's like the size of the Razor Crest.
And they're for vintage scale.
Yeah.
But
Still.
but that shows you how big
Wow,
he
next
is.
to Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
So it's already got 3,222 backers with 43 days remaining,
Yeah.
with a target
So
of
it's a quarter
9.
way there already.
With a target of 9,000. So it'll get there.
Oh,
No
for sure.
chance. No
dice.
worries. They also did another one in GI Joe, a plane. I can't remember what it's called. If you go back.
See if I can find that.
Just go Hasbro Pulse and all of them.
Yeah.
Well, the new Joe figures classified a next wave of them with Outback and they look pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't seen the plane.
Yeah, I saw that
Haven't
today.
seen
They did a
that.
plane. Plane looks pretty cool. It's pretty big. Comes with like 2 figures. And if it reaches a certain goal, you get another figure
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
It's true, like $230 only, so no.
Yeah.
Because if it was a reasonable price, maybe. I like fighter jets,
Yeah.
so maybe.
Yeah.
Even though GI Joe, I'm not a big fan of. Not a big fan of. I just,
Yeah, yeah,
they didn't. It was not my thing as a kid.
Yes.
Even though toys were cool and everything like
For
that.
sure.
But
Did you see Nemo?
Nemo.
Zemo, sorry.
Zemo, yes.
And
just get Hasbro Pulse.
Spire.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
All the new Marvel Legends are pretty good
Holy
today.
moly.
Yeah, so a lot of
Oh,
it
is that it?
just random.
What have we got next?
He's playing.
Oh,
There we go. Holy hell.
Command Jet Sky Striker.
Oh, no, I haven't
dude.
seen this.
I'm going to send that to Evan. He's going to love that.
You got pictures of that? Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That's cool.
it looks so cool. Too much money.
Yeah.
Well, everything.
It's just for us because
Yeah,
you only convert it
plus
and then
they don't
shipping-
ship. They don't
No,
ship.
they don't.
They don't ship you international anyway.
It's I think UK and America only, I think, with the HasLab stuff. Now, a lot of the last few HasLab stuff Zing have got, so you never know. But they're just, you know, by the time you convert it, and they pay for whoever brings it out, they pay for shipping, whether it's you do it yourself or someone else imports it.
It's a $400 figure.
Yeah.
$400
for a plane.
Yeah, for
That's
a plane.
pretty insane.
Joe plane.
It looks awesome, but you know, I'm already paying $400 for a Transformer.
They need to give us eventually update US flag.
They will do it.
I think
if they do a sail barge, they'll do it for Hasbro, whatever.
They would love to, I think, but they don't have a vintage scale Joe line these days.
Right.
And I think a 6-inch sail, a 6-inch flag is probably out of question. Like as big as the shop.
Yeah, man, right?
Come on.
They'll do it. They'll do it.
Yeah. The Joe
like
line's been
if
pretty successful.
If Mattel did like the gigantic Grayskull,
yes.
I mean, that wasn't even like a Kickstarter thing. They just made that. And somebody bought two?
They had to get a set amount of pre-orders before they went.
Oh, did they?
5, yeah. Also, I guess the Marvel Legends stuff.
Oh, yes. Everyone's seen that?
So, a lot of it, not waves, just some random figures. You got like vintage, carded, Scarlet Witch, and White Vision.
White Vision, yeah. West Coast Avengers.
Those figures are great.
A classic supervillain Zemo, which looks amazing.
I don't think I've seen the Zemo.
Look at that Jubilee.
Despire.
Cool.
That
Yeah,
Jubilee's
Despire.
awesome.
And
wow.
my favourite,
Null.
which you'll be shocked
Yes.
about, that concept for Null looks excellent.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like a Absolute Carnage based wave or a King in Black wave.
There's no word of that yet, but
surely
you
you
think he would be the build together.
Venom with wings as the Bath?
Yeah.
Or him as the buff.
Yeah, if
I
it's
don't
him as
know.
the Bath, that'd be disappointing.
It'd probably be Venom with the wings.
That was my first thought.
So, the Wolvie and the Jubilee,
And
they
then
come
you get
in...
Carnage with the thing. Oh yes, the
Ooh.
Jubilee and the
VHS.
Wolvie.
Oh my
Jubilee's
goodness.
So good.
They come in like VHS packaging.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I think they are going to be just HasLab as well, though. Maybe.
Oh, really?
Well then.
Not HasLab, but
Pulse?
Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's
Hasbro Pulse.
Exclusive? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think I read that spawn, but I've got to do some more research.
And the Wolvie, Dave, check it out. It comes with the portrait.
Yes.
The meme portrait.
And they full X-Men 92.
Wait.
They got
Yeah.
cell shading sort of
Yeah.
paint job.
Didn't they do a similar one where he's in the bed with the...
That's like
frame?
a
It's a
Medicom
replaceable
toy or something.
crush.
Yeah.
You can change it.
Was that Mondo or something?
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
toy, like a fancy toy.
Yeah.
Not a
Too much money.
not
Toy.
a
Too much money.
Yeah. But that'd be a hot wave. Like if that's a series and you get everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man.
What about the
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a 92X.
the Cap and the Iron Man?
yes.
Yeah.
Loved them too.
See those?
Oh, yeah.
Based on Series 1 Toy Biz Legends packaging.
Yeah.
They look at the actual packaging. Yeah.
Toy Biz packaging, bro.
I've
I
got
want
that
that
cap.
cap.
It's the shield, but the shield.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got effects parts on the shield.
Ugh.
So if you take them off, there'll be
There's holes.
3 holes in the shield.
Oh.
There are
Why?
3 different kinds of effects to put on there. So some
Oh
look
yeah,
better
I
than
can
others.
see the other ones there.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the bullet holes look better.
the levels looks okay, but I don't want
Anything.
or just give me 2 shields.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. What is that?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Or this day and age,
I guess,
magnetized
like
something.
a sword strike or something, or Wolverine
Yeah.
strike.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
You pose them with Zemo and have Zemo.
Yeah.
The
with
blue,
sword.
I don't know what the blue is.
Some energy thing.
Oh yeah, the electricity
Yeah,
thing.
it's rubbish.
Like, what is that?
But yeah, you got to give me if you're gonna do something like that. It's either don't make holes for him to plug in, make it work some other way, or give me 2 shields.
Clip-ons.
Yeah.
2 shields, man. 2 shields.
They're
Yeah.
cool.
give me
Name of the
40
podcast:
games.
2 shields.
2 shields, 1 cap.
I just like the packaging.
Beautiful.
Rightio.
Okay. Nerf announced one of their new kind of like adult collector blasters. It's a Halo one. It is
So only you care about it.
Oh,
Yes.
the nerf.
one of the most
That is the Dylan segment.
unique designs from the game. It is the Needler. So the Needler, it'll glow. The crystals on top will glow. There's a display stand. And it's actually the correct colours. Because it's not a realistic gun,
Yeah.
it's the right colours. And yeah, it looks pretty damn cool.
I know.
Did I miss something?
Not as cool as my
Can't
Mando
do it?
blaster.
Realistic colours?
No, because if a toy gun looks real,
Yeah,
you
Nerf
can't.
gun.
You have to have the
Yeah,
orange.
yeah.
Oh, you had a orange Nerf
That's
gun,
what
and
it
you
is.
had
Yeah.
green or whatever.
The aliens one, it was bright yellow.
Yeah.
Even the Mendo rifle, it was
Yeah.
like orange.
Yeah, it's
tip
got an
and
orange
whatever.
tip and stuff on it.
This is the correct colours.
What is it? What does it actually shoot?
It shoots normal Nerf darts. You can see there.
There's only 4 shots.
I think 10. It's a revolving barrel, and it is fully motorized.
Isn't that just a magazine underneath?
No,
No, it's a stand.
Oh, it's a stand. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's
so
a stand.
you buying it, Dylan?
Of course he is.
Yes.
I don't know.
You know, you shouldn't be talking. All he is, what are you doing with these expensive Nerf guns?
I've got one.
I only have
And then you
one.
shoot people with them.
I've got the
haven't got
boom
the
color
one.
one.
Dylan shot me. Dylan. Dave shot me.
with the Mando blaster.
Nah, his other one.
The rival one.
Yeah.
Ah,
Rival's way
Oh.
better than.
When he brought it in the other week, I was like, "Have you shot somebody? Does it hurt?" And
Is
no,
it
I was
still
like,
there?
let's go.
Let's do it.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's out the back, I think.
Because
I can get it.
It was pretty forceful. Didn't
Yeah.
hurt, but it was pretty forceful.
Okay.
You get like, whoop.
Okay.
when Mattel had the Halo
Yeah.
license, their Nerf knockoff is called Boomco, and I got the Boomco needler. And what was
That's
cool about
not as-
that is that the needles on the top were actually darts.
Yeah,
They
see,
were on the
that's
top.
a good idea.
Yeah.
And I've got that lying around somewhere. So I don't know. It looks
yeah.
so cool though.
Nah,
I
the
mean,
other
yeah, get
the
the-
other one
lights
looks
up as
so
well.
much better though.
You can
Yeah, because it's like a replica. It's like
Yeah.
a proper replica.
sell that one. Buy a new one.
See what you're doing. See what you're doing.
Gotta make yourself feel better about buying his Mando now.
I feel great about it. It looks freaking great.
Dylan,
I may bring it in next week.
you got
please
two
do.
hands.
I got two. Eh?
One for each hand.
Yeah. You're buying it.
That's right. Master Chief could hold two in Halo 2, and then it was OP, so they cut it in the
His
next
name's
game.
Halo Man.
Halo Man.
Halo Man.
Is there a woman
The
inside?
halos.
John Halo Man.
Is the Master Chief a woman?
No,
No, that's the
he's
door.
got an AI in his
It's
head.
Metroid.
Okay.
Yes.
Cortana. Like
Yes.
the
I get,
Microsoft.
yeah, but Halo's not that
Siri.
special. I get messages from Cortana on my Outlook.
Was there anything else Hasbro
I think
related?
that's about
Wasn't
it.
there a Lord Zed helmet from that?
Oh yeah.
Even if Power Ranger people.
Yes, Lord Zed, the coolest looking character in the whole show.
I'm like 12.
Whoa.
They make like a wearable Lord Zed helmet. It looks freaking cool.
It looks so cool.
Well, his
I saw it-
face? Like,
Look.
Okay, to be fair, that's pretty cool.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw a Casey Jones one.
Oh, yeah.
That looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hockey
Like,
mask.
That's just a hockey mask.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, that's cool, but it's just a hockey
It's like
mask.
a stylized hockey mask.
Let's pay 3 times
It's
the
the
amount
exact
for it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, that wraps it up. Let's get into Wizard.
Time machine time. We got Wizard issue 101 from February 2000. Monster 2000 preview. Top Guns, Tomb Raider, Comics, Conquered Comics. Will Metal Gear and Final Fantasy follow? No.
No. Spoiler alert.
Admittedly, Tomb Raider conquered comics for about 3 months, and then nobody cared really. Like, you
It
know,
didn't stop me from buying 100 or plus issues of it.
Let me read.
2, 1, 0.
I want to
How do
say
you,
about.
how do
will
you,
the
25?
X-Men movie
how do
deliver?
you use a comic book?
Yeah.
In hindsight, maybe not, but at the time, it delivered.
It was great.
Well and
And it had that
truly
great picture of Rebecca Romaine
Oh, yep.
glued up in there.
And Enna's Q&A, I might have to take the time to reread that. I'm sure I had this issue. All right, are we ready? We got pencils
Yeah.
ready?
So Dave and
Pencil.
Dylan are going to go with the
We're going to go head to head.
training. I wrote the page down.
Oh,
there.
where? I can't. I'm basically trying to say. I told you, you gotta. If you're writing the notes, you gotta take the wizard.
Well, you had the whiz in front of you, and you went ahead. You didn't pass it over to me.
Okay, so
The
every issue of Wizard, they'll give you a basic training segment on how to draw.
Draw, ink, shadow.
Yeah. And this issue, it is a guide on how to draw in that Bruce Timm DC animated style.
Yeah, I'm better.
So, Dave and I are going to have a look at these tips, because it isn't really like instructional, like step 1, step 2 or anything. We're going to take a look at these tips, and we are going to draw to the best of our ability, and Bruce Timm
Oh yeah,
style.
a character. We're gonna have to pick a
Yes,
character for
who
him
are
to
we
do.
drawing?
Yeah, they gotta draw the same character.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can get.
So
Yeah.
you-
And not
can
Superman
decide.
because he's drawn Superman a bajillion
Yeah,
times.
Superman, no, don't.
Wasting post-its.
Poison Ivy.
Oh no.
No, don't do that.
Please be a man.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta go the man
Yeah,
tips,
yeah,
No,
right?
I'm not going to do that to you.
Ooh.
You don't want to go standard with Batman, do you?
No,
You
no,
just
no,
like-
no.
What about, like, Two-Face?
He's
There's
going
going to be
see-
something that Dave was that is going to know instantly, not
No,
have to
just
give a reference for.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get a reference.
I would,
No,
I would
I know,
like-
but it's not like I'm going to be like, cool, give me Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, I would like something superhero-y.
Oh, yes, instead of...
Yeah, like a costume to
Yeah,
draw,
yeah.
not like a guy in a
Okay,
suit.
Powder toss man.
What about Booster Gold then?
Okay.
Ooh.
Or Dr. Fate.
Oh, Dr. Fate.
Dr.
Dr. Fate.
Oh.
Dr. Fate.
I need
Okay.
You can get
I'll
pull
get
up
a
a
reference
reference if
up
you
on
want.
the
Yeah,
computer.
While
yeah.
you guys have a look, we'll move around. We'll talk about the rest of the
Okay.
issue.
Yes.
So we're not just sitting here watching
Okay.
these two draw.
Yes.
So you might want the issue.
Yeah. Well, have you read it?
No, you got to give it a quick look. See
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
what
I
the tips
do.
are.
We
can talk about
see
some
what
stuff
Bruce
while you
thinks
have a look.
Yes.
Yeah, we can move around if you
yeah.
want to use this table.
I had a bit of a look. It's okay.
I'll have another look, actually.
Yeah.
So, you want to use this part? We'll move around on that
it's
side.
Okay, it's okay.
I've got a clipboard. Dave's got
We're good.
a
We're
book.
good. We're good here.
All right.
I have a quick glance.
While they're doing that, we'll talk. There was a feature in there called the Joe Mad Project,
Let's go
Which-
play video games and not finish a gummy box.
Yes.
which, well, last issue we saw was 1998, and
Yes.
Joe Mad was the hottest thing in comics.
Battle Chasers is just peaking.
And
James
Wizard
Bond
discovered
edition.
2 years
Yeah.
later that we've known for whatever
Yes.
that Joe Mad is useless,
That's a bit harsh.
and he
He's
just
just clearly easily distracted.
for the last
Need some
25
21
years.
Some riddling.
years. So they do a parody Blair Witch Project style thing called the Joe Mad Project, where they go to his town or something and try to find him.
So either Wizard got sick of letters about Joe Mad, or Joe Mad stiffed them on a cover or something, right?
Let's go looking for this guy.
100% they stiffed him on a cover. Oh, Dylan's already gone.
Yeah, till it
Dave.
started.
We're gonna draw like 5 lines. That'll be great.
So we also had a
Can
casting
I
call.
look at the reference material, Dylan?
Casting
Oh, yeah.
call this.
Dylan's like, no,
No.
get your own laptop.
I said I had a reference.
Okay.
For
so,
Avengers?
So, yeah, the casting call for the Avengers movie, which they're not even consistent with their picks anyway,
No.
because they did cast the Thor movie, but in this one they cast Thor as
Oh, because the idea of a cinematic universe was never going to
I
happen.
know.
Just
Anyway,
ask DC.
Kevin Sorbo as Hercules. No,
Actually,
Hercules.
full disclosure, Nitin told us before that this is one of their worst casting calls, and I totally disagree.
I don't like
And I
it.
concur.
Most of them are pretty good.
Damn straight.
I'm just looking at it through the practical thing. Like, there is no way they'll have a budget to make a movie with this cast. I get it's a fantasy.
Most of them
hang on
are
a
nobodies.
Hang on a
Or
minute.
Pass It Prime, or
Hang on a minute.
George
Look at
Clooney was the
cast
hottest
they
thing
got.
in 2000.
George Clooney might be a problem.
Who else? Christopher Walken.
$5. $5.
$5.
$5,
Even
bro.
$5, yes. Christopher Walken back in 2000. He's still.
Nah.
Nah, he was pretty
And he
good.
was in Titanic. So he would have been getting a little bit of money around that time.
Nah.
It was the Phantom. They
Yeah.
can afford him.
Yeah.
$5.
And Zoolander.
Yes.
Get your friend
Anyway,
Louis
anyway. Okay, so Thor, we got... This is the worst casting in. Thor.
Kevin
is
Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo.
Terrible.
Rubbish. He's not a good Hercules.
Disappointed.
Why
What's-
would he be a good Thor?
Very true. Move on.
Tony Stark, Tom Selleck.
Yes.
He's got a mustache.
Yep.
He's...
Copy.
I always thought he just reeked of being a knob.
Yeah, probably,
He
yeah.
might be a great bloke, but that's just the look. So that's exactly perfect for Tony Stark. I could believe he's rich and up
Yeah,
himself.
but I don't
Wears
believe
the
he's
hell out of a
smart.
Hawaiian shirt.
Hey,
I don't believe he's smart.
well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah,
he's a drunk.
I can do 100% believe that. I can believe he's arrogant and rich.
Yes.
Yeah,
Smart.
the
No
smart
thanks.
Smart.
does- Yeah, that's a
I've
Yeah.
seen Magnum 2A. He's not smart.
Peter Weller as Vision.
He's a robot.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's a
He's
robot.
done it before.
Yep.
I watched the RoboCop How Movies Made Us last night. Perfect. Scarlet Witch is Melina.
Kanakaridis.
I remember she was on some kind of TV show.
She's only cast because she got the frizzy hair like Scarlet Witch had.
Yeah, the George Perez style.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah, she looked familiar. Next is the Wasp. Catherine Bell is the Wasp.
I
Sold.
approve of that.
Yeah,
I approve of that.
I'm
Sold.
special back in 2000.
2000.
Holy
100%.
Oh, man.
Bruce Almighty Day.
Man.
I never
had-
watched Jag, but, well, I watched one episode.
I may have had that FHM.
Oh, I definitely had
Well,
that
it
FHM.
may have been that Australian episode.
Yes, it was.
Funny that.
Some
may-
blue thing maybe got me
I
attention.
may have seen that episode as well. Huh,
Yes.
funny that.
You're welcome, America.
Howie Long is Captain America.
Ex-football player turned actor who was in...
Broken Arrow around the time, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a terrible movie. So good.
bad.
So good.
I think he was in...
That's a terrible casting, I'll give you that.
And like,
Yeah.
I think there's a
Captain
movie
America's
called.
a hard role to pull off.
Oh,
You
there's
need
no
to
way.
act for that.
Howie Long. There's this movie called Firestorm where he's a firefighter, which annoyed me because it's called Firestorm and it's not about Firestorm.
Yeah, that's fair. It's rip off. Woody Harrelson as Hawkeye. I personally love that.
Yeah, I like that.
What was he doing?
It'd be better than goddamn
Renner.
Renner.
Because it'd be Hawkeye would have some fun and a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Giant Man.
I think he's too tall.
Giant Man we might skip over because he's not a good person.
Yeah, good call.
Warbird is Janet Gunn. I don't know who she is.
Oh, she looks familiar. She's like,
If watching Silk Stalkings? What is
yeah,
Silk
it's like
Stalkings?
some, like the softcore Cinemax sort of.
Ah, I
crap.
see. Oh, well, she sort of fits.
But not that. Wasn't she like in a TV show,
don't know.
like Profiler or some crap?
So this is clearly very George Perez era.
Yeah.
Because Wes Bentley is Justice. I don't think I'd be making Justice and Firestorm in my Avengers movie if I was making an Avengers movie, but whatever.
Who's Justice and
The New Warriors. You know? Vantastro, Justice, and Firestorm. What's his name? Star? You know, they joined the team with 3D Man Triflon at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to bring in the next generation.
Yeah.
No kid. Back to the New Warriors for you.
George Clooney as Wonder Man.
Which, I understand the actor thing, you want to get an actor, but I don't think George Clooney has...
He would be in this movie, first of
Well,
all.
of course not. But I just don't think he's... Oh, yeah.
I don't
It was
know.
just before, like, he's not George Clooney yet. It's Three Kings George Clooney, bro.
Dust till dawn, Josh.
Yeah.
He was
he's
getting.
doing plenty of trash still. He's on the rise. If you hadn't got him in there, you might
But
have
Three
stuck away.
Kings is a fantastic movie.
Three Kings is a
No,
fantastic
nothing
movie.
wrong with that, but he wasn't at the level that
Yeah, no.
Hollywood saw.
He's still
George
ER.
Clooney at.
He's ER George Clooney.
Yeah, that's right.
He ain't making big. Yeah. It's, but you know, but I just don't think he's not quite good right for Wonder Man. I don't think.
And we were talking about it before. We're probably not going to mention it. Are we going to talk about trailers later at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll
we'll
come back to it then.
All right, now we got some villains. Oh, actually, sorry. Before we get to villains, Pete Postlethwaite as Jarvis.
Oh,
I'll buy that.
He's
He's a good actor.
Yes.
I think he died recently.
He did about a year and a half ago.
Like, it's not who I would necessarily went for Jarvis because I don't think
He plays a butler role.
Yes, but I don't see him kindly enough.
No,
If that makes sense.
no, he's got the
A bit more of a snarkier butler.
yeah,
Than
yeah, but what was
and a bit proper. You know, Jarvis is very
like
proper,
he,
but
in Usual Suspects.
Oh, no, the one that was a comic book related. Hang on, keep talking. Give me
how's the
one
drone
sec.
going?
Shit.
Cool.
Was he in?
Screw you for
No, he
choosing
wasn't in
Dr.
Mystery
Fate.
Man. That wasn't him. Did you mention Firestar?
Oh no, sorry, Firestar. Nikki Cox, Firestar. She was at the time. She was probably every 15-year-old boy's favorite redhead, so that's why she's picked in here. Yeah, she was alright actually. She was what she was. She would have been fine.
What's she been doing at this time to be cast though?
What's it say? Young hottie, her, an
Right.
ex-amazing friend Firestar. Oh, so they're talking about the drawings, the hottie. Rightio. Is proving herself in the big leagues as New Avenger. We really want to see Nikki Cox unhappily ever after
That's
in
the
skin-tight
TV
spandex. Oh my god, this is terrible.
Wasn't that the TV show then?
Well, she was in TV show after TV show. They all lasted about a season.
Yeah.
She had a couple there.
He was in Solomon Kane, and I personally
I
found
never
that,
saw that.
I found that movie underrated. I thought it was quite good.
Terrible. Solomon Kane?
Yeah, I quite liked it.
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah, some of the villains are really good cast.
Yes.
Terrence Stamp as a Mortis and Kane.
So
Billy Zane as Loki is terrible.
Terrible.
Billy Zane in anything is terrible.
yeah, but would you take him over your current one?
No. I wouldn't. Because Hiddleston was pretty damn good that first two movies. Thor, excellent. And Avengers, very good. So,
Yeah, it's just in the TV show we got the wrong Loki.
just in progressively. The problem with... My problem with Hiddleston as Loki is not even necessarily him or the character or... Like,
The
it's
fanboyness.
the fan base
Yeah.
struck
Don't do it.
to him too much, so
Yeah.
then you got to make him, you know.
That's why I
Damn.
hate certain characters, just because I hate the fandomness of
Yes,
it.
yes. Christopher Walken as Ultron, like
Yeah, I like that.
it'd be weird sounding, but
James Spader was so much better.
Jay Spader was a good cast and did some good stuff in the first bit of that movie.
The movie was
Like,
terrible.
yes, but when he first appears, that is excellent. The Pinocchio thing is amazing. And then he just became so generic and an afterthought in his own movie.
Yeah.
When he supposed to be back up.
Yeah, big time.
This one, I don't know about this one. Jeremy Piven as Grim Reaper.
Oh my god. I hate Jeremy
I was going to
Piven.
say, I'd rather not have any Jeremy Piven in anything, but definitely not Grim Reaper. I guess he might die twice. And Sean Bean as Baron Zemo.
I like that. I really like
man,
that.
I would. That's today.
Still do it.
Today
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's about it.
that
Update
bad?
Nitton. How's Dave's looking?
Shit.
Oh,
Ask
dynamic
me.
pose.
Oh yeah, I did not do that.
Yeah. Oh, Dave's gone for a pose.
What?
No, don't worry. Don't pay attention to
I
him.
think it'll be here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pick up the pace, gentlemen.
Is that Ultraman?
Okay, well, the top 10, we do a top 10 out of the
Oh, yeah?
things. So this one's
Yeah. What's the top
page
10?
108.
108.
Top 10 times the Watcher interfered. Which is funny
Is the
because
right
that
answer.
his first appearance, which is number 1 by the way, spoilers,
Yes.
is the first time he appeared and he spoiled or interfered.
Saves us from Galactus.
Yes.
Which is fair enough, you know. Like, that's the... Man, like, that's the one where you're like, okay, right? Like... It's
Yeah.
going to end the Earth. Why you didn't save all the other planets that Galactus has eaten? But
That's
fine.
the point.
But then, like, he's back every time doing the same thing.
Yes.
He just...
Like
He's a
most-
busybody.
In
He's
most,
out there watching out the window.
Hurry up, Dave.
oh, that was loud.
It pops hard, I tell you.
That
It's
was
pretty
right.
forceful.
Him too. Get him out.
Oh!
Number 2. So number 1, Fantastic Four, 48 to 50. Number 2 is Fantastic Four, 115. In this classic case of non-interference, the kooky Watcher proceeds to
think
tell the FF the complete story
It's
of
loaded.
the Overmind.
It's loaded.
Oh,
It's ready to go. It's going. Ready to go.
Don't shoot me.
I'm not going to shoot you.
Number 3, Fantastic Four. Look, they're all just Fantastic Four.
Most of them are Fantastic Four,
It's
yeah.
Fantastic
Like
Four.
6 out of 10, I think.
It's about every sort of 50 issues they bring him back. Oh, look at this.
Ooh,
48 to
squidgy.
50, then 115, and 230. Oh, 100 issues between them ones. And then 260, 050 bring
You
back.
could wet them and put them in the freezer.
Oh, yeah, that would
That'd be
Oh,
good.
bro. That would do some damage. What If, number 32. What If, whatever. Doesn't count.
Tell them to hurry up.
Dark Phoenix Saga.
Done.
Classic. Some Avengers stuff? What
I don't want
Avengers
your
is
balls.
this? Oh, it's like the
Something said by
Collector.
Dylan Never.
Avengers 375. Web of Spider-Man. Now that seems like an interesting choice. And then more Fantastic Four. What's Web of Spider-Man? Okay, maybe this one is not exactly the Watcher's
You gotta pick
fault.
them all up.
No, wait a minute. It is his
No,
fault
you can do that.
for being an idiot. The Watcher goes and gets kidnapped by a dopey alien.
Wow.
How can that, like, rubbish?
It's with the stupid things all the time.
Yes. Alright, speaking of stupid things, one of the other segments we have yet to mention is Mort of the Month. So Mort of the Month was a monthly segment where they tell you all the lame supervillains
Yeah.
generally. But I would totally argue against this. The Mort of the Month in issue 101 is the Recorder, and the Recorder is awesome if used correctly.
Examples?
Planet Hulk. He's like the robot guy. Is it Planet Hulk?
Don't remember.
Doesn't
But
ring
doesn't
a
mean.
bell. Doesn't mean it wasn't though. It's been a while.
Yeah.
What on Sakaar? You mean?
Yeah.
Like in the Gladiator stuff?
Like he's like recording everything. He's the one sort of telling the story. Isn't that in the Planet Hulk?
I don't remember.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't remember.
No.
But like, the thing with the Mort of the Month, sometimes they get redemption arcs to this.
Yes.
Or recently, I think OMAC was in there once. I'm pretty sure OMAC.
Some Hulk thing I'm thinking of. Maybe it's not Planet Hulk, but there's some Hulk stuff I'm thinking of.
Oh, the other son. Not
It was like a Bruce thing. I don't know. I'll look it up later.
anyway.
Their book of the month was Earth X issue 11 at the time.
That was a weird series.
Well, not a surprise they're pushing Earth X. Earth X started because of them.
Yeah.
They should have got a cut out of that.
Well, I think I got the Earth X
Yeah.
half.
Because it was
True.
that was them
Yeah.
just going, hey, Alex, give us Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
And then Marvel went, yes, please.
Basically, he's like,
Or I think Alex went to Marvel. Actually,
By the way,
yeah, no, okay.
give me some money,
There's
please.
some killer concepts in the character designs
There
of
were,
FX.
yep.
Very, very good stuff. The book itself, it became a trilogy. First series was okay. The whole thing was okay, but it's just too much, and it lacked without the Alex Ross art.
Yeah, so the art, even the art was not great. Whoever did it, Kruger, was it Kruger?
Kruger. I think the first one was. No.
Kruger's writing with him. He's co-writing. Is the first one John Paul Leon?
It was not
I
great
think the
art.
first one is John Paul Leon.
It wasn't great
Which,
art.
he's nice, but it's not.
Especially if you got Alex Ross.
And then there's Braithwaite later, I think.
Braithwaite is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Braithwaite does 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Braithwaite. Braithwaite's who I'm thinking of.
John Paul Leon?
Maybe.
The first one? I don't know.
He died too recently, didn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
John Paul Leon.
Which it was so dark, which sort of fit the story, but at the same time, when we've sold it as a
Alex
buyer and the Alex Ross designs and you've seen all that wizard stuff,
And with the great covers.
and then John Paul Leon stuff is so dark and shadowy sort of thing. You're just like,
Yeah.
And especially
But
if
yeah,
you
those
do
designs
like
that he did when he did the
wizard,
sketchbook,
yep,
the
was
wizard
so
sketchbook,
good.
the Daredevil where he's there in the big bike,
Yeah.
because it was all the Alex Ross designs
The
too.
old man, Captain America was just old man Steve
Oh,
Rogers
with
wrapped
the
in the flag,
flag.
like in a
Oh,
toga
yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Bruce
Wolverine-
Banner,
Banner and the boy.
yeah, he was sort of like a Devil Dinosaur, Moon Boy sort of deal.
Yep.
Wolverine was a
excellent.
fat dude.
Yes.
Yeah, with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spider's
But,
Man.
you know.
Yes.
Spider's Man
Just
looked
some
awesome.
really
It
Yeah,
was,
it was
yeah, because it's
also-
so weird. You know, you don't want a Marvel Kingdom Come,
Yeah.
but Kingdom Come, Alex Ross painted it.
Yes.
It looked great.
Yes.
And then you got that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Especially-
hard, like...
Especially with Braithwaite doing, like, Braithwaite, I think is what, not terribleness of it. Since they're still drawing,
Yes. We got anything else in the wizard?
I didn't write anything
Oh,
down.
hang on a second.
I did think about that, but there's a whole page of new companies coming up.
Cross-gen is coming.
Yeah.
What's that?
They were company?
Okay.
GM Shooter?
No.
No.
It was just like I think a money mark sort of deal. Because it was everyone had to move and sort of
Work in a cube.
you weren't a
In a
freelancer.
bullpen.
You were all basically office staff as well.
Oh.
So yeah, you didn't draw stuff at home. You were in the office
Yeah.
on the bullpen
Oh,
drawing the
wow.
books.
Okay.
And they had some a lot of hits early on because they were hiring a lot of great guys.
Like that's where Greg
It's
Land
the book that made Greg Land a star.
Oh, okay.
Sojourn, I think
Yep.
was his book.
Yep. And because they were all
And they all came
connected
out.
at first with this mystical stuff and sort of medieval fantasy sort of like they're all sci-fi, but they're all similar. Like
Yeah.
Sigil, Sojourn, but then the company just went big real
Expanded.
fast,
Yeah, expanded too fast.
and then like they were going in like a year or
Okay.
two.
Like and they were coming out on time all the time.
Yeah,
Like
60% of the time.
no, like more like 90.
yeah. It's not like an image sort of stitch.
Yeah,
It's just I don't. Yeah, they
Well,
died real
okay,
hard
yeah,
and fast.
because they
totally missed
because
that
they
one.
expanded too fast.
Well, near the end, they started buying licensed properties. Like they bought the license for
Chaos stuff.
Hey, yeah, they did
Chaos.
buy the Chaos stuff after they went bankrupt. But they also bought Escape from New York, I think it was.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we got one issue, and then the company disappeared. and
don't
then
remember.
Marvel eventually bought their IPs.
Did they?
Yeah, which I reckon must have bought it for
Hey.
absolute
I need the
song.
Don't
insignia.
copy.
No, I need the insignia.
What insignia?
Don't shoot me.
But they didn't
Oh, shoot
do
you.
anything.
Tell me not to
It doesn't
shoot
really
But
happen.
because they started publishing, I think, Sojourn or something, or to finish
Okay.
it off, maybe. But no one cared, so
Hmm.
they're just in the drawer.
Alright, here we go. The new companies that were starting.
Oh yeah, what else was starting around the time?
Their own Black Bull
Black
Entertainment.
Bull's theirs. Broadsword. It's just Jim Ballant. That's still going. It's just his like I don't know if that's his new company. It's just him doing him and his wife's fantasy.
Tarot and
Yes,
stuff.
just tarot.
Just tarot.
Just tarot.
That's
Tarot
fine.
the Black Witch. But I mean, him and his wife's real life bedroom fantasies.
Oh, okay.
In a comic book. That's what tarot is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure tarot is just his missus, and he's himself is in the book as a skeleton man. Jim Ballant is in like it's just hey man.
Hey, whatever.
Hey, he's been doing it for
21
20 years
years
now since he left Catwoman.
Yeah.
And made his name on Catwoman and just does his own thing.
And from the issues I've seen, they've got the fans.
yeah. Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
But AAA Pop are still sort of doing stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Because all its stuff's always been elsewhere lately.
Yeah, it's true.
Like X-Ray
Image.
Robots at Dark Horse or
Yeah.
whatever. And
Yeah. So, out of all of them, Broadsword's the only one.
the Chris Lichner project, who is Liquid. colorist.
Oh, is it?
Yes, he's the liquid. He also was writing Soul Saga with Stephen Platt. Remember Soul Saga?
Yep, I remember
Battle
that.
Chasers sort of rip-off?
Yes.
But arguably maybe better looking, because as much as Joe Mad was, oh my god, Joe Mad at the time, Stephen Splat was better.
I like Splat a lot.
I bet again, disappeared. Kirby Comics, somebody ripping off somebody to do some Captain Victory.
Because there's another Battle Chaser-ish rip-off that came out later on with Ringo penciling Telos.
Oh, yes.
We got the first 4 issues of that crap. Are we calling it?
I think I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm finding it harder than I expected.
Good.
Because like you need to cut back on the detail, and that's the hard part.
I see.
Yeah.
Check out the... Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That. Good remitter. Venom back in the day doing Spidey. Alright, well, let's call it then.
Alright.
Shit.
All right.
Well, Dave got a pose in, right? I didn't do a pose.
Yeah, it's not even a proportional pose.
That doesn't matter.
So the art style is supposed to be Warner Brothers cartoon style.
Yep, Just League Animated
Yep.
series, Batman Anime series, Bruce Timm.
All right, so
Yeah, I
we'll
think
go
we
with
both found them.
Dave first.
Where's the blacks and the darks and the...
It's
It's
freaking
Justice League
Dr.
United.
Fate. It's got to be like brightish. I don't know.
So Dave did a pose.
I did a pose.
Well,
Not proportional.
made.
I'll take a picture of it later.
Yeah, add it.
Professionally add it.
Yeah.
So if
Can
you want to
guys
see it,
touch
if you
mine
just
up?
listen to it,
We'll,
bad.
We'll post both artworks on socials during the week.
For you listeners out there,
Yep.
Is that a signature, Dave, or is that just a...
No,
whatever
it's
the hell
just
that
the
is?
effect
Can we need a
of,
signature
like-
at the bottom when you're ready, mate?
can I have a look at it?
It's not bad, but it's not very Bruce
Can we
Timm.
just get yours
Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Before, so
Yeah.
we don't...
You
we
failed,
don't add
you
to
failed the
yours
brief,
while
Dave.
you're... Ooh.
Failed the brief.
now Dylan
Yeah.
wins because Dylan
Yeah, Dylan
understood the
wins.
brief.
Yes,
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
he looks like a Bruce. More
Yeah.
like Bruce
I had
Timm.
to
Really,
cut
especially
down.
the chest.
Yes,
Very
yes.
hard.
Very good.
But even just the groinal section,
Yeah.
looks like Batman.
It does
Yes.
look like Batman.
Absolutely.
I like the eyes too, Dill.
Yeah.
Bit Ultramanish, but I see what you're going
I
for.
like that. I like Dave's stuff.
Dave,
Yeah.
But you failed the brief.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not a
Guys,
bad
not
picture.
bad.
Great
Anime
work,
series?
but you
It's not
need
a
to
great
listen.
picture with
Yeah.
a nice pose, but it's not Bruce Timm
But you
style.
don't listen.
I had to cut down real hard. Like my first instinct was to go hard on the details. I was like, wait, hold on, no, I can't do
Yes.
I
that.
think I can.
Oh,
We'll put a real
We'll put
picture,
it up.
but
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
and then customers, listeners, viewers, whatever you want to be called. We'll put, like I said, we'll put them up, and you can tell us who won.
I'll give you 5 cents if you vote for me.
I'll vote
Dave's
for you.
checks are not transferable.
Yeah, I go.
I'll give you a
Dylan will vote for me as well.
10%
Will you now?
discount.
Oh,
Only if you're
I was going to say, if you're already getting one.
Only if you're a standing order, which is normal anyway.
How many do you have left in there?
None of your business.
No,
Is there, is
no.
there, hey, is that the punishment for losing?
One more.
No, the real punishment is you got to pick up all the bullets.
The punishment is we get to talk about the next trailer.
What's the next trailer?
Uncharted.
Unfighted.
Yeah, like, the movie looks like a stupid action movie.
Yeah.
Now, like, I'm getting a shot in the eye here.
Getting threatened over there.
But the...
You have it after school.
Keep your mouth shut, Jason.
Mark Wahlberg in Three Kings is your perfect Nathan Drake.
Yeah, look, 100%. Like, the kid just looks...
Too young!
Like,
And like, what was it?
He doesn't
Uncharted
look like a
4.
man.
It's like the best game I've ever played. It's
nothing
one of the only
against him.
games I've ever
Tom
finished.
Holland does not need to do adult roles because he looks like he's 12.
I feel sorry for him because he's going to
yes,
struggle
yes.
for a few more
Like,
years.
maybe he
very
should go and
much
play
so.
Harry Potter or something because he's that young. Seriously.
He looks like Daniel Radcliffe when he did that first movie.
Yeah. 'Cause, you know,
Daniel Radcliffe at least matured.
he's got the double whammy of such a baby face with such a small stature.
Yes.
If it was one or the other, you can sort of
And the
maybe...
voice as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's...
He can't
Yeah.
put a...
It's like it'd be like a skinny me acting.
Yeah, and they're trying to sell it as an origin story.
Yeah.
I guess, so it's a bit easier,
But
No!
He
a
doesn't.
tiny bit, but no, it's still
I
not
don't
right.
think he could kick my ass.
No,
He probably could, but he doesn't. Like, he's not got no intimidation of anything. Like,
It's the opposite of adults playing teenagers.
Yeah.
It's a teenager trying to play an adult.
Yeah, it should have been Luke Perry.
I will also say that out of the plane scene looks like, I know there's going to be some stupid stuff. But Jesus
Oh, what
Christ.
the...
Yeah. I mean,
That was
that's a
okay,
bit much.
and then the second part
Yeah,
of
with
the
the
plane
car,
Exactly,
scene-
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you like it's a stretch with the
Jumping to
barrel
the cargo.
things.
like
yeah.
like
yeah.
as if physics and other forces
Yes,
that
yes.
do not impact
But
you.
you're like, okay, it's a video game thing. And then the
Yeah.
car one, you're
The
like,
cars.
oh, please.
Those crates, that's from the game, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's cool they did that
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the game.
But
I haven't
anyway.
really played anything but the first one.
they're great adventure games.
Yeah.
Like, if you like Tomb Raider.
Action platformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Tomb Raider didn't have a game when the first one came
Yeah.
out.
And it was more cinematic, right, than Tomb
Oh, for
Raider.
sure.
You'd be running through
Oh,
a
big
corridor and stuff would be falling down and the floor would be giving way underneath you. That was pretty new at the time, right?
I don't think I passed the tutorial. Seems like a running theme for Jason.
Can't say I'm surprised about that.
Hey,
This is hard.
it made it in the player. I'm proud, man. It wasn't
No,
even
see,
bloody-
this is the old
I
days,
was gonna say,
but
it wasn't even a comic book bloody
this
game.
is the old days. That's the old days. You had, yeah, I played video games.
Yeah.
At least some of them. I think I borrowed it off Wally, and I'm like, this is too hard, Bob. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I take it home?
Is there
We-
anything else?
Yeah, I was just trying to think, was there
well,
anything
me
else
and Dylan watched the new Neil Blomkamp movie,
Yes,
Demonic, which we talked about before when the trailer came out, but we're not getting it in cinema here. It came out on Blu-ray, which, I got it. And I'm sure it'll come out on streaming at some point. But
In hindsight, are you glad maybe you just...
yeah, I'm glad I
Watched
thought
it
it didn't
at
come
home.
out. Because it's very disappointing.
Yeah. Had some very
shame.
cool concepts and stuff, and you got that trademark Blomkamp kind of tech
Yeah.
with the occult and stuff. That was my favorite part of it. You had like cults combined with modern day like pharmaceutical companies. Essentially, it was really strange. And you got some black ops priests in there.
Yeah, which was a great concept.
Yes.
If it just, I think because it was such a low budget sort of movie, it hurt it.
It felt to me that he was trying to write mainstream, right? Like more mainstream than he should
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it didn't stick out as much as the other movies.
And like it's a horror movie, so maybe not really good at the horror.
But he did Zygote, right? The
Yeah,
short film. And,
but it's a short film,
yeah,
and like short parts of this movie were great.
that's true. Yeah,
But yeah, it's just very underwhelming.
The other day, the Oat Studio stuff's all on
Yeah.
Netflix.
on Netflix.
Weird, right?
Yeah, okay, so that
That
is
is-
new.
Yeah.
No, because I thought they put it on Netflix or Prime before, and it just disappeared.
I think it was
okay.
Prime. Maybe.
Yes,
yeah.
it was on
Because,
something,
so
and
Rucker
then it
all those
wasn't.
other ones we spoke about previously, which was Dylan's film
which were on-
Flashback,
Yeah.
are all there on Netflix now. If you just go Oat Studios,
Yeah, really weird
Um,
considering they're all free on YouTube.
there are
anyway.
some
Yeah.
extra ones as well.
Oh, are they?
Are there?
But they're also on YouTube. But
Oh.
there's those three plus there's another.
Oh,
couple
yeah,
of
yeah. Oh, the
6
shorts,
minute
yeah,
ones
yeah,
and
yeah.
other
See, but I could
shorts.
see Netflix not necessarily paying much, if anything, but if you're him, it's extra exposure.
Yes.
Because you've got to
Yeah.
go looking for that on
Yes.
YouTube
Exactly,
pretty much, where Netflix, you're just scrolling.
And you get
And
recommended.
hopefully,
Yes.
because Netflix likes just making stuff,
Oh, I hope it.
they
That's right,
make
if
one
they
of
got
those.
lots of... That's right, if they got tons of views on
Yeah.
Firebase, it'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, can we
Can
make a deal
expand
here?
this, yeah.
That's a good point.
Which I
Right.
hope happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody
Ooh.
oath.
So
I
there's-
would
I don't think
hope for it
Netflix
to
would necessarily
happen.
be buying maybe a option sort of
Mm.
deal. Like, hey, look, we'll we'll buy this for a year, put it on our platform, and if it goes well, maybe we can do it. Who knows? But I can't see them buying it. Why would you pay for it if you're
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah.
But for them, for sure.
Dave, just looking at your picture, if the brief was do the cover of the Billy Zane Phantom movie,
Nailed it.
you nailed it, bro.
I don't remember that.
Like, I
It's just
can't
him punching.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
do,
him punching, it's just the hand or the punch. It's really good.
I can't do poses to save my life, so
No,
I reckon that's
no.
great.
You.
Yeah.
Dave's is really good. It just that's just
Didn't
the
the
brief.
brief was
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not sure about the how big his hand might be.
That's
there.
that was
Yeah, but
my
it's
thing.
for-
Oh, yeah,
Foreshortening.
that's okay. He's got a really long arm.
it's
like the ragdoll.
foreshortening.
Yeah, but yeah,
He's pushing his hand forward. It's foreshortening.
I
yeah. It's
understand
perspective.
that.
Here we go.
It's where's the rest of the arm? It's not the size of the hand.
No,
You
but
got to see
sort
the
of-
arm behind it.
There's just
Yeah.
this
To get
whole
the depth.
upper arm
Yeah.
seems to disappear there, Nixon.
Gets hidden behind his freaking giant hand.
What's he doing these
The
ones?
first occasion was 19.
Yeah.
Doing these ones? Anyway.
Okay.
Oh.
Demonic.
Talk about
Yeah.
everyone.
It's so disappointing.
Everyone go to Studio Netflix, watch it once, then contact your IP, change your IP, and then watch it again, and then do it again, and watch it again.
So we can boost
And then
Bonky.
yeah,
We had to
it's
wait
not-
over an hour for Dave's moment of gold, and we got it. Thank you, Dave.
that gold? I don't know if that's gold.
I'm
No.
Dave, it's gold.
Man of ideas.
Oh, no, he's had much better stuff than that.
Man of ideas.
Man of ideas.
There's
Yeah.
another podcast coming.
Didn't say a good idea.
No,
No,
I know they're
none
not.
of us did.
Oh, I remember telling you a long time ago. You know what I love, Dave? You just keep coming with ideas, and I usually 9 out of 10 tell you how stupid they are, but you still keep coming. I love it.
But then other times,
You saved me hundreds of dollars.
that's exactly right.
Oh,
When
what?
none of
With
us
my
was,
kaki.
when everyone was
Oh, yeah,
stuck,
that's true.
and we're
What?
standing in the
Oh, that,
service
yeah.
way, Dave comes through and goes, "Did you try this?"
Well, I must say, you couldn't ask for...
3 dump.
Yeah, like, it's
Yeah.
us three standing there, Nitin's car's not starting yesterday after the recording. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we put some oil in it. Like, you know, like, we had
shook it.
nothing.
We yelled at it. Nothing.
Kick the
Kicked
tires.
tires.
Not one single real man came to help us.
I was checking the coolant, and they go, "No, that's for the windscreen wipers." They go, "No, the little thing where the windscreen wiper thing is, that's for the windscreen wipers." We knew everything.
Yeah. In my defense, I don't like driving. Come on.
You people drive, you should know what you're talking about.
So
I'm
yeah,
on the tour.
Dave just comes around and is like, just hold the key together.
We're like, we didn't know the car was that new.
Key start cars.
Immobilizer. What's that? Ah,
Good times.
all right.
so yeah, save me hundreds.
Well done, Dave.
Super Dave.
Super Dave.
Save the day.
Very good. Now I've got 9 more shitty ideas to come up with.
Is it time for film flashback?
It's time for film flashback. Fomi.
Hellraiser.
All right. So, I'd never seen this movie
Me neither.
or any of these movies.
Okay, so you, me,
Dave,
Dave.
Yeah.
and Beck.
Yeah.
So, why is it called Hellraiser?
I know. Should be called
Well,
Kittens and Unicorns.
Well, the book that it's based on is called Hellbound Heart, which is,
Okay.
but I guess Hellraiser sounds better
How much
as a horror movie.
Yeah.
Much better.
Could have been called Adultery Assassin or something.
See, now there's his gold.
Hey,
There's his gold.
Now we're gonna get one shit
Adultery
one.
assassin. I'd watch that.
Oh my god, that's good, Dave.
I'd watch like 7 of them.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, Adultery Assassin / Hellraiser came out 87. Besides some of the... We'll talk about the plot and stuff, but the special effects for 87, except a couple of the hook bits, like
It's-
the Cinnabites and everything like that, they looked amazing.
When you actually have to make it and not do CGI,
Yes.
it breeds innovation.
Well,
Yeah.
the
So what you said
come
before-
together
Yeah.
shot first. You know when he comes from a drop of blood,
Yeah.
and then like he forms,
Oh,
and like
yeah,
those
yeah.
first
That was
arms
incredible.
sort of.
Yeah.
It's like thing eats your heart out.
Yeah, and then the brain forming was amazing. But then on after his second feast, shall we say, and then he's all muscular.
And it's like, am I
Just
watching a
without
tool film
skin.
clip?
Yeah, he's like you can see some bone structure, but then it's basically muscle
Yeah,
coverings, no
tendons
skin.
and-
But it's wet.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could do that today, looking as good.
No.
because liquid water and stuff is hard. Is a
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And then,
Reflection,
CG.
yeah.
and then the next little one of the transformation when he's wearing the clothes, which
Oh,
was hilarious.
man.
I love that he's wearing pants. That was so
Yes,
good.
yes.
But yeah, how it got wetter because the
Yeah.
blood and the
It's like getting red.
Alex Gray painting comes to life just was...
It's great.
Next
Like,
level.
That's the best.
For
That
its
used to be the
time-
best part of like Fangoria magazine. Was just seeing all these behind the scenes
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like and Tom Savini had a school, and I think may still have a school. Stan Winston had a school, like the creature feature effects and stuff. There was some very good people
Yeah,
doing
100%.
very good stuff.
So essentially Hellraiser is this gentleman, this guy that really interested in the occult, and then things happen, then...
Wouldn't call him a gentleman.
Oh, he's quite a gentleman. He really takes care of the people around him. Holy hell. Family moves into the house.
Nice guy, right? But
Well, he does seem to have the touch
Yeah.
and the power.
his brother got the raw end of that.
Brother got the
obviously.
raw end of the deal there. Quite an actor, the old brother.
Yes, yes.
Now, the acting in it is
I've seen the
terrible.
wife.
So
I've
terrible.
seen the wife.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't know. It's
The
just,
CGI isn't the best.
There
when
is
they
no
return.
CGI.
what's CGI, man?
Special
No,
effects.
when they return, like, where she like closes the puzzle on them, and then like.
Well, that's all hand
I
drawn.
thought that was cool.
That's hand drawn. That's not.
That's
that was
CGI.
excellent.
Oh, that's hand drawn.
Yeah, all
that
of
was
those
really
kinds
well
of.
done.
Do you know how
Yeah.
expensive that would be in 1987?
I don't know what.
All of those effects at that time would be drawn frame by frame.
Oh, like
Yeah.
on the negative or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and like sometimes like on a plate,
On
and then
top, yeah.
and then they
Yeah.
film that, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
in I know it's a different movie, but Escape from LA, New York.
Yes.
When it's a helicopter shot with the wireframe of the buildings, that was drawn.
Yes.
That wasn't actual computer. Anyway, you haven't seen it.
Yeah. So the brother gets the hellbox. He uses it, gets taken away. The family moves into the parents' old house. They're moving. The father, which is the brother of the guy, cuts his hand, and then, as he said, the reanimation of this guy, and he wasn't supposed to escape where they're from. So these Cenobites are after him. It's just absolutely mental. He forces himself on wives.
Does he?
I think she was into it.
Yeah.
There was no
I think she
forcing.
wanted
At the start, there was a bit of force, and then
I think she had the attraction.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think she went completely
she's a
into
piece
it.
of shit.
How creepy is the interaction when the niece comes around the first time? Like that's some messed up stuff. There's some you're like, yep, he's a terrible, terrible person. Hope Pinhead gets him good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess terrible, terrible stuff.
It's brutal. It's crazy. The end, there's a weird homeless dude that makes sense at the end.
How good is that maggot stuff though? Like when
Yeah.
she, you know, like that's some cool stuff.
Yeah, really,
That's some
really.
great stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad I watched it. I don't know if the missus is exactly the same.
It's
Like when you watch horror movies, you get to a point where you're like, oh, you know, you're kind of numb to everything.
Yeah.
But this made me feel like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's not like we talked about it the other day. It's not like a horror. Like obviously, it's not going to be a jump scare horror, but it's not even like a Jason or Mike Myers thing where someone's you're worried that you're going to turn the corner and they're going to be there or whatever. This was just not like that at all.
Yeah.
It's just messed up.
And that's Clive Barker. That's how he has a certain style of horror that he does.
Oh
And
yeah, it's just
fantastic.
his BDSM.
Yeah, that too.
Fever dreams. This.
Yeah.
That kind of
That's what that is.
100%.
He goes to some
Yeah.
clubs.
100% does.
Like
So-
when the dude's got the hooks in his face and
Yeah.
he's like licking his
That's
just,
That's
Like,
great.
Or
Yeah,
the
it's-
start where he's putting the pieces of the face back together on the.
How good did that look? Like that's
Amazing,
the first thing, that's
yeah.
amazing. But yeah, it's not a horror
only
as in
couple-
terror or fear or suspense. It's just skeevy.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. And there's only a couple of dodge bits where those bits of wood are spinning and the stuff hanging. But besides that, it's full on. Yeah, they did it for its time.
Yeah, I don't get like was it Rob the guy?
Frank?
Frank.
Frank. Okay, but come on, Frank, Rob, Bob.
Steve,
Frank and Rob sound very similar.
So he describes the cube as like an exalted like feeling, like either like pleasure is heaven or like
No, it's not the
Well, it's
cube.
for both.
like does it
it's
describe
them-
the effect of the cube as that?
It calls
the
them
cube,
to have
it's
that.
what-
Yeah.
It
effect.
calls them to have.
And
Yeah.
they
They
do the
that
torture.
for
The pain is pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sort of BDSM
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So, you know,
pain and
Yeah, I was a bit
pleasure.
confused on that
It's the
because
same
like
thing.
Indivisible.
Like
In the
ice
end, he
ice
didn't
cold
want
can
it.
feel red hot.
Yes. Or because it's more than he could handle, so
Yeah.
to speak, or he was a bit off more than he could chew,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He didn't expect... But even then, when he first comes and he tells you that, I think the first time he liked it. It's
Yeah.
when he escaped, he didn't necessarily want to go back and do more of it. And then when they got him, they were going to tear him apart.
What is your pleasure?
Yeah.
come
Yeah, it's...
daddy.
Yes, oh, right.
Well, that makes a lot more sense as well. Old Aphex Twin.
Yeah.
I didn't know the context of. I obviously knew the saying, but that it had to be for
Oh,
that.
sure.
Whew.
So there's like a bajillion sequels. Only the two second ones. I like the second one.
Yeah, because you get more Cenobites in the
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
And it ties in, and you and spoilers, you go to hell,
Cool.
and you see what that version of hell is, which is
I'll
fantastic.
watch that. Okay.
3 is okay.
I gotta say,
I don't mind 3.
The Chatter is still one of the coolest looking things
Yeah.
I've ever seen on film.
I cannot get over how again the effects of it for how cool he looked and
Yeah.
Like, I expected that Chatterer thing to be from late 90s, early 2000s for the way it
No,
looked.
no.
Oh, yeah.
But for it to be 87, like the fat one was weird.
Butterball.
I swear there's a character from Duckman that is exactly that character.
And
Probably.
it's so made on the cheap too. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it was top budget
No.
sort of thing. You know, like this dude's making. Well, Dylan tells me he sees a bicycle pushing stuff.
Yes, at
Yeah, did you see that?
at the start when the first time you see that thing,
The scorpion thing.
the scorpion
Yeah.
thing chasing down the
Yeah.
it's a you see the trailer
Yes,
trolley thing.
yeah.
I forgot to
No,
mention
I
that.
didn't
Yeah.
mention that.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
see
I was
that.
like, what? No.
Yeah. So the first time you see it when it's
Yeah.
chasing her, you see it right at
Yeah.
the start.
And was there like a guy behind? Could you see a guy?
Yeah.
bent
Oh,
over
yeah,
behind
yeah.
it?
But then I was looking for it every other time they hit it perfectly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's hilarious.
we had the Chatterer full-size head bust in
Bust
the
for
shop
ages.
ages.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Ages.
Someone
Well,
eventually
it
bought
may
it.
have come from an esteemed collection
Oh, yes.
that somebody was like, I was thinking, maybe I don't need that at my house.
Didn't need it at all, ever.
Yeah. Well, he had
Some-
all the figures. and
We
stuff.
still have the cube, don't we?
No, it's old.
Yeah, that was cool.
Because
The
I
Rubik's
remember we
Cube.
had like
We had them for ages.
Yeah.
10 of them or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, when last year's lockdown, we found one or two of them. I think in actually that wasn't even the real cube. It was the paperweight cube. Yes, we gone. But yeah, no. We used to have heaps of Hellraiser stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always had it in the back of mind to watch and stuff,
Same.
but then there was I think it was the third last or fourth last episode of Rick and Morty. There's a full Cenobites part of the episode and everything like that. And I'm like, I need to watch that.
Yeah, yeah. So you understand the references? Sort of
Exactly
thing,
right, yeah, more. Yeah, so I'll probably give it,
Oh, it's a hard one to give.
7.5.
yeah, I'll give it 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. I enjoyed it. It was creepy. I don't know if I'll watch it again, but I'm glad I did.
Because it's pretty heavy.
It's heavy. There's a lot of shit going on in that film.
No,
Um,
I really like it.
Yeah,
I'd probably give it an 8.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go 7,
really enjoyed
7.5 probably. Because it is also, just as a film and watching it, it's a little on the slow side.
It is.
A little dry at times.
Oh, actually, I'll give it 8 for the really creepy, disgusting pervert movers at the start.
Oh, yeah, that was best.
Yeah, that was
It's up to 8.
Well, just like, they've done half, like, they've pushed the bed in
Yeah,
a meter.
nothing.
It's like, where's the beer, love?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and then I'm perving on a 14-year-old girl. Oh, man.
Oh,
That
she's-
was 16?
She's legal.
she's
18.
adult. She's
An
not at
adult.
home.
Sorry, my bad. Yep.
Yep.
Take that back.
And she's pretty.
She's very pretty.
Oh, and she's,
Is she in the sequels?
yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
second
I
one.
imagine so.
Oh, okay.
Because after the second one, it doesn't really tie in anymore.
Oh, right.
Besides,
It just goes off
it's the
to-
cube.
Well, that's what I was looking through them, and I'm like, there is so many iterations of this thing. It's
you know,
just
you don't really need to watch after 2.
good to know.
3's not bad. I like it, but after that,
They're all the same. It's a bit,
Yeah.
Torture
just,
porn.
it gets trash.
So, next week
Next week
is
is
the
me.
week,
Yes.
and is
Ah.
next Sunday is
Halloween.
Oh, maybe I should pick something better.
Hallows of Rain.
So next week for my film flashback of the week, we're going to go with 30 Days and Nights, the
Steve
vampire
Niles.
movie,
Steve Niles.
Niles and Templesmith.
Templesmith.
Yes. I haven't seen that for a long time. It's sort of early 2000s comic book movie when comic books were all
And
the rage.
it's on ABC iView of all places.
Of course
Oh.
it is.
I don't know if it's still on there. It was last time I looked.
Yeah, so I'll double check.
That's pretty crazy.
If not, I got the DVD and I'll or Blu-ray, whatever. I'll bring it in.
Is that all of us, like, for our horror movie?
No, Dylan's left.
Dylan's
Yeah, Dylan
after.
do it last.
Oh, Jesus.
Mine kind of bridges it back a little bit.
Yes.
Picture show.
So yes, I always thought the concept
Is
of
that,
30 Days and Nights is great.
Josh Hartnett?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember much of it.
Mr. George, yeah.
I don't remember much of it. The concept of the book was
It's
great.
amazing.
I think and I read the book, and the book was good.
Yeah.
Movie,
It's-
I was
it's-
very underwhelmed.
Yes, it's just is what it is. It didn't
Yeah.
hit what it should have.
Yeah.
Because
We'll
it's cheap.
talk about it next week.
Yes.
Cool. Thanks for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe,
Subscribe.
and we'll be back next week.
Indeed.
Bye.
Indeed.
Ciao.